retiring. That's the big news. Welcome to the show. We got some stuff to tell you about tonight, by God. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron Imholt, and I have to change my YouTube notifications.
What happened?
I got a notification that Timcast IRL is live. I did not need to know that shit.
Ew. Why would you have that on?
I think I subscribed when him and Quartering were going through their shit because I'm a little looky-loo who loves gossip.
Okay.
And I don't think I unsubscribed. Like, I realized that I was still subscribed to, like, MLC a few days ago. And I'm like, oh, it's just so annoying. It's the same shit every day. And now, imagine being obsessed with us. Like, what a bummer. Like, what a low level in the industry you must be in.
That's what I said this morning.
That you're obsessed with us.
I'm a complete nobody. Don't care about me.
And then to lose that fight, too. Ugh. That must be horrible. Welcome to the show. Some people are telling us that we should forestall the announcement. Raz of Chaz saying, fuck Citizen M, don't announce until next week. We kind of have to announce tonight.
It's time sensitive.
It's a little time sensitive. I will say this. Somebody tried to spoil the announcement and completely fucked it up and got it wrong.
And then somebody was really mad about it.
Mm-hmm. So they were trying to guess. A couple people were trying to guess. They're taking the show and they're moving their show to Compound Media. Now, of course, that's ridiculous on its face. But let me just explain to you why. You people are smart enough. You don't need to know. But I guess some people need the math worked out for them. You see, we have a successful little mom and pop shop here with this program. As a matter of fact, 8,995 subs. 5 away from 9,000 tonight. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, let's get it up to 9,000 by tonight. It is the last hurdle we hit before 10. We were saying 10,000 by the summer. Then it took off, and we said, all right, 10,000 by Easter. Then it took off again, and we said 10,000 by the end of March. That's where we're at right now. If we get to 9,000 at the half point of February, I feel pretty good about 10,000 by the end of March. So 8996 is the current number. I'm going to keep that up there. 8996. So the reason us taking this show and moving it exclusively to Compound Media is retarded is because we have our goal set up. We have our advertisers set up. We have our YouTube ad revenue. We have Patreon. We still have people subscribing on Twitch. God bless you. And we have the money we make on Rumble. And between all of that, we pool all of that together. We're able to run our business, pay our taxes, pay everybody, the whole deal. We're able to, scratch out a little bit of money for ourselves. We've worked it out real nice. It took 2 years to work it out real nice, but we worked it out real nice where everything's perfect. We don't overcharge the audience. They're still happy paying what they pay for the show. Everybody else who works here is happy. God bless, we finally figured it out.
Thank you.
Why would we, after 2 years of scraping in the fucking dirt to try and get that going, then go, let's just sell off the rights to our show to somebody else who, God bless Compound Media, there's no room for us there to do our show every day and make the money that we make doing it on our own. The other rumor going around out there was that, and we heard a couple people with this one, we were, I don't know if you saw this one or not, we're merging with the Shuli network.
I heard it a couple times.
Guys, I have some heartbreaking news. Sorry, April.
Okay.
The Shuli network is a name brand. There's no Shuli network that we can go to and merge with. It would literally just be taking 2 YouTube channels with about 10,000 subs, combining them and making it 20,000 subs.
And they're also very busy.
They're also remarkably
really
busy. There's no room on the Shuli network for us to do a show every day and make the appropriate amount of money. So we are not. Here's the announcement we can make right now, and then as more people filter in, we'll make the big announcement, which is a decent-sized announcement that could become a bigger announcement later. We are not taking our show anywhere. Steel Toe Morning Show, Steel Toe Evening Show, live on YouTube, live on Rumble, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m., Monday through Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. If you're a member, a little 1-hour show on Sundays. That's it. There's no moving the show anywhere. So I know people wanted to make something stick and they wanted to get the jump, but they got a little too excited and they didn't get their facts right.
There's too much fan fiction.
There was way too much fan fiction out there. So I'm sorry to make some people feel stupid, but I feel like they're used to it by now.
Have to be.
Yeah. So I mean, they've shown that they're not afraid to look like complete retards. So I don't think I'm going to make them feel bad by saying, no, we are not moving our show to Compound Media.
You're such a tease, though.
I'm sorry about that. If Steel Toe was big enough, I'd start my own subscription service. And I'd, try to work in a little cross promotion with my old radio idol. But alas, we are not moving our show anywhere. 8997 is where we're at right now.
I'm sweaty.
3 away from 9,000. 3 subs away from 9,000. All right, so now, before we make the actual announcement, because it's only 6 minutes into a show and you'd have to be a fucking amateur in this business to blow your big announcement 6 minutes in, let's go to you guys. Let's see what you've got to say tonight. And then we'll get into we're not going to drag it out too long. No more than 15 minutes, I promise. Bill Saunders says, hey, dickhead, why do you put a goal on how much money you need? You get nothing and like it, asswipe. That's a good point. 225 away from tonight's goal. And
that's
by
fabulous.
the way, for overtime, I do have Dylan Mulvaney. You remember Dylan Mulvaney?
How do you forget?
Dylan Mulvaney is, I'm sorry. I don't want to misgender anyone. Dylan Mulvaney wants to let you know, April, that she's not out there to steal your man.
Well, thank God. I really was concerned.
She's not out there to steal your dude. She knows she can.
And she always has a
but she's not
tampon
going
for
to.
you.
Always has
Remember
a tampon
that?
ready. Yep, always has a tampon.
She's your next best girlfriend.
What a gal, huh? So we're going to do that for overtime. There's a little Matt Walsh in there as well. I'm not a big Matt Walsh guy, and I figured out why I'm not a big Matt Walsh guy.
Why is that?
Guys like Matt Walsh, I don't think he's a dishonest grifter or anything like that. I think he has his beliefs. He's a little uptight, whatever. But he's one of these people that's going to yell and scream and get mad and get angry. And that's so easy to beat if you're on the other side of a Matt Walsh, because you just call him angry, hateful, and a bigot. And he's cast off to the fringes. I've said this. I know Mersh and Royce have said this. You have to laugh. You have to make fun. You have to taunt. You have to tease. You have to stick your tongue out. Whether it's Dylan Mulvaney, whether it's the trans movement in general, you have to taunt. You have to joke. You have to tease, because they can't get to that. They can't call you hateful. You go, I'm just goofing on you.
Well, they do, though. They do say that you're hateful.
But it doesn't.
Regardless.
It doesn't stick when you're smiling. It doesn't stick when you're laughing as much as it does when a bearded conservative like Matt Walsh is yelling and screaming and frothing at the mouth. So that's kind of my thing with him, is he's not going to move the ball down the field. He's just going to keep the fight going. That's just going to be the scrum. Run around the scrum and joke around. So we'll have that for overtime. Slammin69 says, watch Chad's video on YouTube, and it was insane. His elementary breakdown of you was just a mirrored image of himself. Awful. Okay, but that's your fault. Did you expect anything more? That's on you. Triple N says, retiring from being gay. I can't retire from that.
He did a few things today that sincerely made me wonder.
That was yesterday.
There was more today.
And let me say this. You don't retire from gay. Gay retires you.
Yeah, if they decide you're too gay, they just quit.
Citizen M says, can't wait for the announcement in a couple weeks. You'll get it. Don't you worry. You'll get your announcement, buddy.
I hate the teasing it, though. It's making me nervous.
I fucking love
the teasing
this part.
bothers me.
I love the teasing. Aaron Nice with the music fade out. Thank you, Patrick. I don't know how my music fade out was tonight. It could have been shitty, and he's making fun of me. Hey, 9,000 has been reached. 9,000 subscribers. Onward to 10K. Onward to 10K, everybody.
Thank you.
By the end of March.
Oh, my God.
Don Lemonzade says, Aaron looks slim tonight. Aaron is not slim tonight, but thank you very much. Timcast, if you're too retarded to read headlines, says Triple N. Citizen M says, seriously, I don't give a fuck about the announcement. All right, that's fair.
It's fine.
My Dog Bark says Gas Digital. That's interesting. Write down Louis J. Gomez. I'd love to have him on the show.
I have him down 6 times.
I'd love to have Dave Smith on the show too, but no. It is not Gas Digital.
What about censored media?
Censored.tv. Yeah. Oh. Exit 343 says, oh shit, steel toe on Opie Radio. Make it happen.
Oh, for that sake, why don't we just merge with Red Bar? Oh my God.
I need more than 2,000 listeners, though. Citizen M says, I'm as serious as a heart attack. Do not make the announcement. It's boring at this point. You overhyped it. Well, now I'm going to make the announcement tonight. I wasn't going to make it, but now Citizen M doesn't want me to, so now I want to. Bad with 2Ds says, you're joining the Melendez Media Network. Congratulations. All right. White At says, Aaron is coming out of the closet. Do I need to?
Don't we wish?
Michael Mitchell says, hey, a boy can dream that you were going to Compound Media. We're not taking our show and broadcasting it exclusively on Compound Media. Sad Zumach says, I have toenail fungus. You know, we learned a lot about him last night and today. We're learning more today, and it's all the picture's starting to come together.
He shouldn't tell you that, though. You might clip it and light it on fire and sniff it.
That's true. Sad Zumach also says, my debit card got declined at Arby's. Is the announcement that Chad had AIDS? No, and even if he did, I'd let him say that. Spiffiest Gaming said, I could see you guys doing a special with Revenge of the Cis. They're not gay, though. They don't do specials.
That'd be cool, though.
That would be fun. I'd love to do a show with Mersh or Royce, but I don't think they do that. Raz of Chaz, you're merging with Dave 25.
That guy messaged me recently asking for an interview. Did I show you that? I mean...
Oh, yeah, Dave 25.
Doesn't he have his hands full with a baby now?
He's bored. He needs us back.
You need to be a father, sir.
Citizen M says, I fully support Steel Toe as a diehard fan. Thank you, buddy. I know you do. You're a lot of fun. You're one of the most fun guys.
Yep.
Paul Polito, we're a substantially retarded audience, Aaron. Now make Shaka dance. Carney? All right, look. We're going to thank you, Gatlinburg Bears with $4.99. He says, you look like Jim Tressel if he took a job as an assistant for PJ Fleck. That is a deep cut. Where is Jim Tressel now? I remember Ohio State. That's all I remember of Jim Tressel.
No idea.
All right. Steel Toe Morning Show joining Stuttering John's Media Corporation. Nope, we're not a big enough get, I don't think, for Stuttering John. Triple N says, Sad Zumach is a surprisingly enduring bit.
That account is fun.
They're saying, actually, that April is starting an OnlyFans.
That could also be fun.
Yeah, April.
For me.
That is not the announcement, however. That is not the announcement. Not going to lie, since I came across you two, I listen to you both more than Compound and Opie. Thank you, Exit 343. I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Don Lemon's AIDS, you're getting inducted into the Gay Hall of Fame. I don't think there is one, and I certainly don't think I'd qualify yet.
He's working at it.
Working at it. Pro Guns with $5 says, is the announcement that you hired Stut Joe to write jokes for the show? No. You're finally getting the breast reduction. Aww. Hurtful. And no.
A better bra, maybe.
Aaron is transitioning. No, that is not the announcement. Darth Mode with $5 says the big announcement is Shaka will officially be third mic. Grinch Girl says $50 million offer from the Daily Wire. Well, I wouldn't be like Crowder and turn it down. Do you know how pissed all of them would be at me?
I think we'd have to move.
You'd have to kill me.
Definitely divorce, right?
Yeah.
And then go do my own show.
If I said no to $50 million, I'd try to divorce myself. Levi says, you're buying the Rockin' 101 building and doing your shows out of there. Fun, but no. And their facilities are dog shit. I'm guessing a new sponsor. No. April is leaving to join forces with DSP.
Holy shit.
No.
Deep cut.
That is not it.
I forgot about him.
You finally sent the ugly fat guy packing. No, that is not it. Ooh, My Dog Bark says you're joining Thick Boy. Oh,
you took Mark Harley's spot?
Yes. The reason we trashed hella Mark Harley so bad is because I was actually taking his job.
You could do that spot. You could be Crowder's new assistant.
I'm the new hiring. Not gay Jared. They're going to call me Just Gay Aaron. Is what they're going to call me. April's OnlyFans could retire you, Aaron. Think about it. Oh, what a cucked feeling that would be.
You're not thinking about our future.
I'm really not. I'm just thinking about my pride. A lot of these guesses about the announcement just kind of equivocate to me being gay. They all just kind of circle back to that spot. Thank you guys very much. You got us down to 210 for tonight's goal with your guesses. We appreciate it. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. Super Chats and memberships also count. We have gotten to 9,000 subscribers. We appreciate it. Okay.
Yes.
So here's the news. We are not taking our show to Compound Media. However, on Monday, April and I, we took the morning off. We were taking the morning off regardless.
Super Bowl Monday.
Super Bowl Monday, we were taking off anyway. It's a day I haven't gotten off in my entire broadcasting career. Finally wanted to do it. While we are not moving our show to Compound Media, April and I recorded about an hour and a half episode, a special, let's call it that. We recorded a special that will be broadcast on Compound Media tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock Central Time. And it will be up in perpetuity after that. Like, it's going up at 6 o'clock, and after that, you'll be able to watch it whenever you want to. So it's here's how it happened. We obviously, what happened first? We talked to Chrissy or we buried the hatchet with Gino? You know what it was? We talked to Carl.
I would have started with Chrissy.
We talked to Carl. We talked to Chrissy. We became, E-Rock says, 7 p.m. for real people. Okay, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Sorry.
Thanks.
So anyway, we talked to Carl. We talked to Chrissy. And as we talked to Carl, we let him know that, hey, Gino and our show, we fucking went after each other hard for like 48, 72 hours. We were really shitting on each other over the Pat Dixon punch thing. Mm-hmm. That's what it was about. And they were doing their content house. And Chrissy and Carl both said, call into Content House. Come on via StreamYard. Do some stuff with us. And I said, you know what? If April and I have time, we'll jump on. And Carl said, hey, come on with Gino. Let's end this thing with Gino. Let's, you guys would love each other. It'll be great. We go on Content House. We talk with Gino. Love the guy. Great. We talked to E-Rock. We have him on the show. I talked to him for an hour and a half.
Sweetie
it was
pie.
Fucking awesome. It was a lot of fun. We're going to have him back. Then, ultimately, we end up having Anthony on the show, not only for an hour and a half interview, but about a half hour on either end of it, just bullshitting with the guy. Really great dude. Obviously, the reason I'm broadcasting is because the Opie and Anthony show existed, but his influence, I don't think, on this show can be denied.
Anyone who ever shits on us talking about Anthony Cumia or Compound Media isn't a fan of this show.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'm not here if that show doesn't exist, and more specifically, if he as a performer doesn't exist. I mean, literally, in high school or in middle school, before I ever listened to their show, I was doing impressions of Mike Tyson and Jesse Ventura. And one of the first things I hear on the Opie and Anthony show is this guy doing an impression of Mike Tyson and Jesse Ventura, and I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome. Fell in love with that show from then on. Then when Anthony, lost the job at SiriusXM, I became a Compound Media subscriber. Followed Anthony over there, and for Eric Nagel to call us and say, I talked to Anthony. Anthony and I have discussed it. We'd like you guys to do some specials for Compound Media. The first one being tomorrow night's show. I take that, and April takes that very, very seriously. It means a lot to me. So I'm not caught up with the chat here. If anyone wants to be a smartass in the chat, that's fine. That's what our audience is. You completely have that right. I do want you to know, no bullshit. This means a lot to me, a lot to April, a lot to Johnny, a lot to Corey, and we can have everybody, if we do more of these specials, we can have everybody on them.
It's a pretty big deal.
It is a huge deal for us for this reason alone. To have somebody you looked up to, and to have somebody that kind of led the way for you to do the kind of show you do, for them to recognize your talent and offer you a spot on anything they have to do with is a supreme honor. And you'd have to be a narcissistic asshole douchebag not to recognize that. So we are very excited. We hope that you will go to compoundmedia.com. If anyone wants to put the link in the chat, please do. We hope that you will go to compoundmedia.com. Steel Toe fans will become Compound fans. You will subscribe to Compound. At the very least, watch our show tomorrow night. When we're at the gym, we listen to Gino. When we get back from the gym, we're listening to Anthony. I hope that you guys decide to listen to those shows too. Chrissy Mayer's on at 6 o'clock. on Mondays, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock for real people. And at least this Thursday, we're going to be on at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. I hope you guys go to compoundmedia.com. I hope you sign up. And when you do sign up, I hope you mention us by name as you know, hey, this is why we're here. It's because of Steel Toe. And I hope we can do more with this marriage in the future. We've got this one special tomorrow night. It means a ton to me to be recognized. I don't like this new fad in podcasting where people pretend they're just the shit and everybody else is gay and everything else sucks.
Right.
First of all, you don't grow that way. You got to recognize who the good people are and who the talented people are. And you should want to work with people that inspire you to do a better job. And for me, this offer coming from them for us to do a show on their network, even if it's just a one-off, I hope it's not. But even if it's just a one-off, means a lot to me. It means a lot to April. It means a lot to the show. So we do hope you'll go to compoundmedia.com. We do hope you'll sign up. And we do hope you'll be involved in what we're doing tomorrow, because it is an exposure to potentially tens of thousands of new Steel Toe fans. And it is exposure for Compound Media to hopefully tens of thousands of new Compound Media fans. It's a marriage that I think makes a lot of sense. So you can like it, you can love it, you can hate it, you can whatever, but just know I don't expect anything out of you guys reaction-wise other than to know that this means a ton to me, this means a ton to April, and we're very excited, full speed ahead for whatever's next for our show. April, your thoughts?
I echo the same. I mean, the day Aaron, the moment we started conversing with any of these people really was a big honor, because obviously we both look up to all of them, and he especially, like he said, wouldn't be here, so that's pretty monumental in my opinion. For them to think that we even deserve a special on their network, to me, was huge. So I'm very grateful too. I'm really excited, and I hope you check it out. I don't think there's any way you go there and don't laugh your dick off listening to anybody on that network.
Yeah, it's gonna be really great. Again, I hope you guys become a part of it. I hope you'll follow us over there. I hope you'll support us in that, and join us for that show tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and it will be up on compoundmedia.com after it's done. A lot of congratulations. Andrew, I do want to talk about that. I just saw that before our show started. Kyle won his lawsuit against Brendan Schaub.
Really?
That is breaking news. We can talk about that.
That's fantastic. I actually would like to talk about that
a little bit later. Congratulations. Aaron was rock hard for days after he heard that. Gutierrez, I got the joke, buddy. Rupert with 1999 says, wow, that's huge, guys. I'm proud of all of you. Thanks for the great show. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Grats. I mean, I'm not, Paul says, I'm not paying Kumia, but that's big for y'all, especially Lofi. Brian says, all BS aside, congrats, guys. Michael says, seriously, though, that's fucking cool as shit. I'd be fucking ecstatic. Pip says, you getting $100 like Brennan. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I didn't even consider any of that.
We're doing a special for Compound in the hopes that we do a good job. They're impressed, and we all want to work together further.
This isn't an opportunity that just happens to anyone.
Grinch Girl says, I'm super excited for you guys. Getting specials from your idol is a dream very few people achieve. Congratulations. My Dog Bark says, going to get a lot of new listeners. Hey, hope so.
Fingers crossed.
Hope so. I hope he gave you Kevin's $100. I think we're on a prove it deal.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm hoping to impress the
We're
boss.
on like one of those Chris Carter drank his way out of Philadelphia, and we're going to pick you up off waivers deals.
Huge thanks to E-Rock, though, for having so much faith in us.
Yes.
Without him, none of this would be happening.
When E-Rock said he and Anthony talked about it and they wanted us to do some prove it specials on Compound, I said, I am all for it. That's great. Scarface with $4.99 said, but Chad said Anthony doesn't know your name. How can this be? In all seriousness, congrats. Opie. I'm fired. I think Anthony, I believe, knows our name. Oh, now I can't fucking find it. Jesus Christ. There we go.
Hurry up.
It's a guy and his very attractive wife.
I got to hang out with him for 3 hours, too. I know he knows my name. He said it.
That's he and Gavin laughing at how attractive my wife is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking know what that means, boys.
I don't feel it.
Dominicus Vobiscum says, don't bring Corey on your compound special. He will just drag you down. Corey's a good man.
It's mean-spirited.
We did a great show this morning, too. Go check out this morning's show if you haven't already. It moved remarkably quick. Fuck you, dude says, I can't wait to listen. I'm very happy. Well, I'm happy you're happy. Wildcard with 199 says, I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Eric Nagel says there is a 3-day pass for those wishing to sample the network. There you go. Compoundmedia.com. Do your 3-day pass if you want to, but I say sign up for the whole thing.
Wow.
I say sign up for the whole thing. You massaging yourself over there or what?
I hurt pretty bad tonight.
James J. Weed says, oh no, now Opie will never give you that revisit in the spring. That's probably true. Rumors going in the chat that April is crying.
I wasn't crying. I do feel a little choked up, but I'm just excited and kind of nervous. I hope it goes over well. And if it didn't, I guess we tried.
Eternal Extrapolation says, you seem like a genuine guy who speaks truthfully. Well done and continued success to you. I like that kind of fan. Not only that, another cool thing about Compound Media, Eric, Anthony, Gino, Chrissy, all those people, they never tell you who to like. They never tell you can't go on this show, you can't go on that show. You know who I really like and respect?
Who?
Mersh. You know who fucking hates each other? Mersh and Anthony. You know what Mersh and Anthony have never said when I've talked to either of them? Don't you fucking talk to that guy.
Nope.
They're not like that. I like to associate, and we like to associate with people who don't behave that way.
I hate anyone in here, though, that are, like, ever just, like, says, oh, this shit's not going to be any kind of good or anything like that, and they won't even check a show out. Like, yeah. I can't stop listening to Compound now because it's a lot of us, but a lot more uncensored. It's funny as hell, and I love all the guys there.
MSO says, I called this weeks ago. Jedi Shredder says, happy for you guys. Drama comes and goes, but you seem to be the type not to give a fuck for too long and just want to move on and have fun. Well, you figured this show out right away then, haven't you, buddy? The reason you do that, though, is because the people who like drama, that fucks them up bad. Like when you just want to move on and have fun and you just go have a good time, they fucking hate that. And that's part of the reason why it's so much fun.
I'd rather be happy. Hyperdermic
with $5 says, here's to making $100 a week. Thank you, buddy. Oh, man. I want to get that Kevin Brennan money, baby. That's what I'm looking for.
He didn't even appreciate it.
Subutai Lopez says, yep, Aaron's racist bit got him that gig. God, I hope so. Otherwise, what in the hell are we fighting for? And by the way, Subutai, you're going to have to be a little more specific. Which racist bit?
Kumia doesn't even know about Shaka yet.
Oh, God, we should have shown him. We might have gotten a weekly show right away.
I know.
Spicy Mustard says, are you getting $200 for gas? I hope so. Just for the entertainment value the next day. Congrats, you deserve it. Brian says, Kevin is going to be so fucking pissed. You know, I will be honest, he did not factor into any of our decision making, so if he is upset about it, that's just a bonus.
I wish people would stop associating us with these people. Like, whenever we have some kind of news, it's like, oh, so-and-so's going to be pissed, or so-and-so denies it, and I don't think about them.
Ghislaine says, I never listened to this Compound Media, but I will take a look at it. Use your 3-day pass. And absolutely take advantage of it.
You know what? You know what it's great for? It fills all the time that Steel Toe's not on YouTube.
There you go. Perfect.
It's really great.
Subutai says, I'm glad for you, especially now you can pay your child support. Oh, right? Your lips to God's ears.
Don't look at me. Yeah, guess what? I pay it now, too.
Yeah, April. Yeah, it's more I just lean on her for it. She's my sugar mama, Subutai.
I'm going to need a second OnlyFans for his 3 children.
Amanda Hugginkiss says, the Godfather has blessed your show. April is now closer to being Mrs. Kumia.
Not his type.
TK Suso says, Kumia loved the dancing Negro bit. It's not a Negro, it's a doll. It's a doll. It's not a Negro. It's not a person, you dummy. It's a doll. It's just a kid's toy. That's all it is.
I kind of want him to have a little mic. You can hear him dancing.
He'd just abandon it. Oh, you mean a microphone? I thought you meant a little boy. I'm sorry. Let's continue on. Aaron, don't forget about us, the little people, when you make it big. Look, man, we're just having fun right now. It's just a cool thing to get.
Our show's not moving.
Yeah, our show isn't moving.
Nothing happened to our programming.
We're just adding something new one time. The Front Porch Conservative says, congratulations to you both. Although I haven't followed you guys long, I can tell you both work very hard and enjoy what you do. The sky is the limit. Go get everything you want out of your careers. Thank you very much. Eric Nagel actually says, guys, it's the Price is Right rules, $101. Oh, don't piss him off any further. Oh, boy, not $101 a week. Look out. Exit 343 says, sorry, guys, I'm not going to pay, but if you were on full-time, I may sub, but I enjoy your show here. I'll try to donate when I get the cash. You do whatever you want to do. And listen, I ask you to reconsider on the compound thing. It's great. I understand times are tough for people. I understand people have different tastes. I respect that. I highly encourage you to check it out.
Yeah, do the 3-day pass. See what you think.
Patrick with 199 says, now book Bobo and Big A. Seriously, congrats. I don't think we're going to lean in that hard. K Fallen the Great with $5 says, I'm so fucking proud of you. You have no idea how excited I am about this, to see you touch your dreams. Well, I mean, we didn't want to be gay, but that's very nice of you.
It's very nice.
Thank you. Marquis says, Chad is not going to like this piece of news. He's not going to like anything.
Here's the thing. What can he say about it?
Thank you. Do that 18 more times to fill the hour you want to fill.
Have another drink, sir.
Oh. Royce got Aaron drunk on his way to rehab. Unbelievable, says Dead Chester. I abhor the rumors that Royce is an alcoholic and going to rehab. James says Cumia is... Oh, well, that's not very nice, sir. First of all, that's actionable. You can't say things like that. That's remarkably actionable, sir. Hulkamash says, are you going to put your game face on for it, or is it going to be like Tangent Fridays? What? What are you talking about? Win by 2 Radio says, I mean, in reality, this just proves Chad's point about Cumia's cucks. And I'm no fan of Chad, but the Mud Shark may be onto something. Hey, Win by 2 Radio. I've been an Anthony Cumia fan my entire broadcasting career. He thinks we do a good show. I'd be a fool to say no. Second of all, the only reason he calls us cucks is because he wanted the spot we're in. Don't be fooled. He's a drunk. Don't let a drunk fool you, for Christ's sakes. You'll look like a dipshit.
There was just some guy in the chat here, too, pissed that you had me on the special with you and not one of the other two, because I apparently don't really know who these people are. I've never talked to them. I don't text these people. I've not done shows with them.
Can't make them all happy, right?
Boy, are you out of touch.
Rouse Sauce with $2 says, Compound is equally lucky to have you. God bless. Thank you, buddy. D. Gulag says, been watching for about 3 months. You deserve the growth. Love the show. Thank you. Triple N says, I suggest you discuss the N-word on your special. Look, we don't want to come back to YouTube with the N-word thing from Compound following us around. So you're going to get a different kind of show when you see the show on Thursday. It's definitely different. But it's, we're not going out and doing like a Klansman show, for God's sake. Citizen M says, Aaron, you're a bright young man. I would have loved to continue being a fan of Steel Toe, but you went the other way, partner. I don't feel any animosity towards you. That's okay, buddy. Go with God.
It's going to be all right.
James says, don't ever use Anthony's computer or accept any open images he sends you. That's very funny. Can't wait to see Aaron's first N-word on Compound. She'll beat me to it.
Will I?
She'll beat me to it.
It'll just slip out.
Will Shaka make any appearances? Yeah, eventually, if we behave ourselves, for sure. Ghislaine says Citizen M is losing his shit. Get it together. He'll be fine. Let him. When people do that,
not liking something that hard.
When people do that, you just let them go outside and blow off some steam. I am the cheese with 199 says it's over 9,000. It is. We are over 9,000 subs, which is very, very cool. They're theorizing that Citizen M, the M stands for menstruating. I cannot confirm that.
Maybe.
I cannot confirm that, guys. So don't you put that evil on me. All right, we have to go to Matthew Jenkins with $10 says, congrats, guys. Can't wait to see the special. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, it will be up. And exactly 6 million with $5 says you guys should get Lorenzo Areola on a future special. Fuck that. We should get Lorenzo Areola back on our show.
I know.
As soon as we can.
I also wrote down in big font, interview with Kyle soon. I want to talk to Kyle.
I sent Kyle a DM today on Twitter asking him if he'd come on our show. And oh, there you go. Compoundmedia.com/subscribe to sample Compound Media. Sign up for the 3-day trial pass or get a day pass for $2.99.
Nice.
There you go. Lots of options on the old Compound. So a lot of people already saying they're Compound subscribers. They're looking forward to it. I'm glad you guys are excited. Steel toe is a national treasure, like that thing that Pukes missed in that one national park. Thank you, the amazing Nate the Great.
Do you remember that day you called it that big thing that spews? Or whatever you said?
Is that what I called it?
I'm pretty sure you said that big thing that spews.
Oh, boy. Triple N says Red Bar is sworn enemies with Kumia in the Jewiest way possible. Well, who knows? Maybe I'm following that same path. Maybe like Red Bar, I begged and begged and begged to get on the platform, and then when I fail out of it, maybe I'll become really bitter and turn on everybody.
There's a chance.
That seems pretty Talmudic, doesn't it?
Could happen.
To quote Sven Stoffels, Red Bar, little Talmudic.
You are named Aaron.
Oh, you gotta look out. Steve's Guitar says, finally some diversity at Compound. Mile High High says, I stopped following you after the Gino spat. How the world turns. And here you are. Look at that. Back again. Did Aaron become old gravy leg out of pure excitement? Look, man, I'm not going to lie to you. It was awesome to get the phone call. It was awesome to set this whole thing up. And I hope it continues to go very, very well. $5 from Captain January says, Bare Arms April is the best April. Also from Zumach Sings the Hits, You're So Vain, you probably think this song is about me.
Thank you, Captain
Very,
January.
very funny. Captain January, 165 away from tonight's goal. Will April have to start dressing like Chrissy now?
What does that mean?
Well, you know.
Like get a boob job and have like big old tits out there? I don't know.
Wait, did Chrissy get a boob job?
No, I would have to get up to her size, Daddy.
I thought you were telling some tales out of school. I thought, what did I sleep through on Simpcast?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Jeez.
Bill Saunders says, congrats, you always read everything. Just signed up. Well, thank you. No, I just read everything from you, buddy. Black Ornament says, I am a Compound sub myself, but the Citizen guy isn't angry. Red Bar is his hero. What did you expect? That's true. I just thought I would be his hero. Wheat Diff says, when will this show be? It will go up tomorrow. At 7 Central, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. CompoundMedia.com. Again, $2.95 day pass. If you want to watch our show tomorrow and check out the rest of them, or a 3-day free trial. Either way, go check it out. All right. Now we can, I think we can do a show after that news.
You had me stressed in the beginning. Kind of got a headache. I can't drink fast enough.
They're saying
My shoulders hurt.
We do an all-day Compound thing. I go on Gino's show, then you got Anthony's show, and then you go on Chrissy's show afterwards. There you go. Great idea, guys.
All right.
Michael says, I'd have Chrissy's ass bouncing like a lowrider in a Dr. Dre video.
Jesus Christ. You guys.
They are theorizing. Mr. Be Nice says Chad's going to tear up April's Valentine and kick over her shrine. Too bad.
Breaks my heart. I heard he just considered me his wife again.
Chef wants to know if you'll be topless on Compound.
Someday. You better
you
better subscribe to find out.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Just wait.
You better subscribe to find out. Rexdart parody account says, congrats, guys. Just bought my Compound sub. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Revan says, don't know if the show can stand under the weight of the Compound ego. Believe me, I'm as humble and hungry to grow and do more as I've ever been. Ask her next to me. I will never be satisfied no matter what numbers this show does.
I feel like we're both that same way. Obviously, you more so, but we're always driving for the next thing. And I will say about this whole Compound thing regarding you, handled it with a lot more even keel than I thought you would, coming from your idol. I really did think it was going to be like a lot more, oh my God.
I'll tell you
and
this, because I don't think we're done yet. That's why.
Dun.
I don't think we're done yet.
Shit makes me so nervous.
I've got more ambitions. You know what it's E-Rock and Anthony are the McDonald brothers, and I'm Ray Kroc, and they're like, let's bring this little multi-mixer salesman in. He'll be okay for a day or two, and I'll be like, I've got all my people coming in. Franchise the damn thing. Franchise.
I love that line.
There should be one from sea to shining sea.
Let's
Churches.
Watch that.
You want to watch Founder tonight?
I do.
Yes, that's one of my favorite movies.
It's a good one. I like when he gets naughty with Linda Cardellini. It's my favorite part.
You like watching Michael Keaton hit on Linda Cardellini?
Yeah, I do.
You like old men. There's no getting around it.
Hey, maybe I just like her.
There is no getting around it, man. He is a wonderful actor, though. Like, he really
He
became
is
an
not
awesome actor.
attractive in that movie. It's her.
He doesn't have to be.
It's that attitude, am I right?
And that shitty Illinois accent he's got in that
God.
movie. He nails that shitty accent.
He has,
Franchise the damn thing. Franchise, 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 franchise.
he has the biggest dick energy, though, the
He
whole
does.
time.
Uh,
Nope.
if my competitor were drowning, I would walk right up to him and stick a hose in his mouth. Would you do the same? No. And I wouldn't want to. That was the difference. The Fired Ginger 69 with $5 says, what did I miss? Well, here's what you missed. Tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern, Steel Toe will be airing a 1 hour plus special on Compound Media, and hopefully they feel like working with us more in the future. CompoundMedia.com.
Go to compoundmedia.com/subscribe for your 3-day pass.
Exit 343 says, I seriously thought April was just a regular hole, but after listening, she got some comedy coming out of her.
Thank you.
How do you like that? We're here one night only, we'll say, Boss Man Nagel says...
I know. I almost called him boss before the announcement because I saw him in here.
One night only. Boss Man Nagel says, Founder is great. I'll sit back and watch the obvious jokes. What obvious jokes? Have some goddamn self-confidence.
Come on.
Nobody's making McDonald's jokes, E-Rock.
We both love you here.
God damn it.
You don't have to feel that way.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Mr. Be Nice says, is it a $100 hose, Aaron? Oh, I don't consider Kevin an enemy, just an angry little boy who missed his bedtime.
They're both watching this right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They can't miss Steel Toe. Are you kidding? One Eye says, Brennan is now grifting for super chats. He's monetizing his bitchiness and jealousy. I have no problem with that. We're filthy we're filthy beggars
That's
over
us.
here. We're 160 away from our goal tonight. 30 minutes of overtime if we hit it. SF says, next stop, Shuley Network. Love Shuley, love Bob, love Mike Morse. They're all great, but
They don't have room for us.
they and I look, man. I'm an Opie and Anthony fan from way back, and I'm a huge Anthony Cumia fan, so this is big for me. Michael says E-Rock is a true radio genius. E-Rock Army,
Yes.
N-word. E-Rock recognizes talent. That sounds fucking conceited.
That
'cause
was
he picked
gay.
us.
That was
no,
ultra gay.
he does a good job of putting talented people up there, and I think what he also understands with Chrissy and with this show, which is still growing, is that it's good to cross-pollinate. It's good to go out and get a show that has this following, and that following isn't all on Compound. And then they bring a couple thousand people over. Chrissy brings a couple thousand people. All of a sudden, you bring in like 5 shows and you grabbed yourself 10,000 more subs.
It's great for growth.
Who the hell doesn't love that? Congrats, Aaron and all of Steel Toe. Thank you, No Pen 15 Fathead.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. Is it behind a paywall? Not our regular show. This is just the special. $2.95 for a 3-day pass.
No.
$2.95 for a day pass. Free 3 days when you become a subscriber. And I think it's like $8 a month. It's pretty fucking good.
Compoundmedia.com/subscribe for a free 3-day pass.
Eric writes, talent fired, so fired.
Do you see what you've done?
I already fucked it up.
Damn it.
Shit. Well, guys, it was a good run.
I'm going
It
to
was
go
a
work on a
good
ranch
run.
now.
Amy says it's disappointing that you couldn't be honest when it was first brought up. I was honest. What did I tell you? I said we were not picking up our show and moving it to Compound Media. This is a totally new show.
And if you mean before that, we were instructed not to discuss this until it was a for sure thing. And Aaron almost blew that on several accounts like an asshole. So
I don't keep secrets very well.
I wish E-Rock would just message me those things because you can't keep it to yourself.
I'm sure from
And
now
it
on
makes
he
me
will.
upset because that's a huge deal and you disrespect it like
I'm
that.
sure from now on, E-Rock will talk to you about these kind of things.
No, he won't.
Revan says, don't let Compound change what you got here. Not in a million years.
They want our product.
I believe they want what we do.
They want this. They don't want something else.
Don't worry, guys. Do you really think Compound Media is the kind of forum that's going to be, look, guys, we need you to tone it down a little bit?
Oh my God. What I heard from him and Gavin today, I don't think we need to tone it down.
I can't keep up. I can't be nearly as offensive as those two are. Believe me.
There's part of me that would love to sit at a desk with them someday, but I'm like, I could never.
No.
Just they're too good.
Ready?
They're too,
There you go.
That's
what you'll see tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's the same.
There you go.
Pretty much the same template.
That's going to be the show, right? See that? Look. Oh, wait. Oh, there. It's a lot different, isn't it? Whoop. Might change in the future if they want us a little more. We might, make this a little more compound exclusive, but
I made my boots bigger on the compound one.
Not the show, compound exclusive. You know what I mean. MSO says, I went to Compound Media, no mention of steel toe at all. We're not even allowed to say it until tonight.
Jesus.
It goes up tomorrow at 6 p.m. It'll be there. I promise.
I did wonder about that, though. How do we, besides just word of mouth here, how are we promoting it? Because I don't know.
This way.
This is it? Okay.
Well, they want our audience to go watch their product, and we want their audience to come watch our product. It's a nice trade-off.
I desperately want their audience to enjoy us.
Yes. Kate Rio says MLC will shit themselves. Okay, look, whether we went there or not, they were going to find a way to shit themselves. So
they're old. That's a start.
It's not going to mean as much when they shit themselves over this, because it's like, well, that's what they do. They have to find something to shit themselves over. So I won't even feel special when they do it. All right, guys, let's do a show. What do you say? We spent about 45 minutes talking about what is very big news to us, and we're very excited. 160 away from and you guys really knocked the shit out of that goal tonight too. Streamlabs and PayPal are right there in the chat. YouTube and YouTube and
God, you're
Rumble.
You're a filthy slut.
Rumble. I'm a good soldier, man. I am a good soldier. Alcado with $10 over on Rumble says, big ups on the Cumia thing, already a compound member. That is fantastic.
Thank
150
you.
Away from tonight. Thanks, boys and girls. I think we're caught up. Yeah, if you're going to get yelled at anyways, might as well be worth something worth getting yelled at for. Exactly. That's all. All right, let's do this real quick. This is a nice little palate cleanser. This is actually me at the gym. You guys don't know this. This is me.
I passed out.
You're black?
I am. I've been back, black bro. The dipshit flexed so hard in the mirror at the gym that he passed out.
Can you do that?
He tried to. Well, you try to get all the veins and the.
So your blood's all getting out of your head and going to your muscles.
You're trying to get as vascular as you can as you pose in the mirror. That you have that weird thing burst in your brain and you just go. Ugh.
You just have a casual aneurysm.
We want to watch that again, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go, guys.
I passed out.
See, look at that. He's trying to get the veins going, and then.
Let's go. Let's go.
Look at like the Macho Man and these other guys in the background. Like, what the fuck is that idiot doing? That happens at the gym though. Like people want to pose.
Does it?
Yes, people want to pose in public. It's gay. Stop doing that.
Look, if nobody's around, I might check my butt out once when I walk by.
But
I'm not sitting there like flexing to beat hell and like. So,
when I'm doing like heavy bag and other boxing training at the gym, I do like 10 rounds. And then I take my wraps off, I take my gloves off, I put them in the locker room, I come out and do a little light weightlifting. And I walked in today when I was going to put my gloves down, and there's this, I don't know, probably like 5'7", 155-pound Asian guy in there.
Oh, in the black shirt.
Going for like a Manny Pacquiao look, kind of.
Yeah, I know him. And I know the one.
He's in the mirror in his underwear going like this in the mirror. And I walk in and I don't break my stride at all. He goes, hey, man, hey. He gives me a fist bump. And I'm like,
does he really?
I go out. I do a little lifting. I pop something in the rotator cuff area. And I go, you know what? I'm going to let that rest for the rest of the day. I'll hit the sauna. I go back into the locker room. This has to be, I was out there for what, 15, 20 more minutes? After I came out of when I went and did the squats and the bench and everything else?
Don't know.
15, 20 minutes. I go back in. This motherfucker's still in the goddamn mirror doing his...
Maybe he's a bodybuilder.
Oh, my God.
I had to laugh so hard. It's actually in my Snapchat story today. There's like a podium in the area where I weightlift where there's like bodybuilding magazines on there. And the men that were on the covers today looked like somebody photoshopped their faces onto like these rhinoceros bodies. It was queerest thing I've ever
I
seen.
did see that. Did the magazine do that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think what happens is when you do like bodybuilding competitions, you have to like spray paint your body that bronze color for some reason for definition of your muscles. And then you just don't do your face or something weird.
See, I thought you meant they were like photoshopping heads onto the body.
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
It's this tiny little different colored head on this super ultra dark, humongous, veiny body.
Gay Mud Shark Army says she just filmed LOL, didn't care what happened. I love that. I love when you're filming something, you don't help the person. You're like, him smashing his face into that mirror is way better than me making sure he's okay. Subutai Lopez. I do want to point out, Subutai Lopez used to hate the shit out of us. He is definitely warming up to this show.
I've never heard of him.
I think it's our not give a shit attitude when people try to fuck with us and we just kind of laugh it off. I don't think you can hate that for too long because then you just got to kind of hate yourself. Because if you hate us and we go, oh, that's pretty funny.
In fairness, lots of people hate themselves.
That's true. Subutai Lopez says, could you get Mersh and Ant to hash it out now? No, absolutely not. If they asked me to facilitate that sort of thing, absolutely I could. Would I? I think a lot of bad shit has been said.
I don't like interjecting myself in somebody else's shit.
Yeah, I don't think, look, a lot of bad shit's, but that's what I love about Royce and Mersh. That's what I love about Compound. You know why? Because they're guys. They're dudes. They don't go, oh, we like Steel Toe. Oh, but Steel Toe likes this guy. Well, then fuck Steel Toe. I can't like him. They don't give a shit what we do. They don't give a shit what we say. They don't give a shit who we talk to. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Well, there's Nightwave Radio right there in the chat. No way that's happening. And I don't give a fuck.
I love them both.
I don't care if those two say, hey, Aaron, you're going to do a special on Compound? Well, Mersh and I are going to have a duel at high noon. I go, I hope you both wing each other. I don't give a fuck. Jesus.
Mersh has been exciting to listen to lately. I'll give him that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. April
really
always
fun.
said that Nightwave was a bag of shit program.
I did not.
And that now it's been really exciting lately.
Why would you ever say that? I have never said that.
She's always said, like, God, he's so fucking boring, and who gives a shit about Teddy Hart? He's so gay. And then she's like, oh, I'm starting to warm up to this show. He may suck a bag of elephant cock, but he's been getting better. Wasn't that a quote?
You're the devil. Mersh did also say, though, that he's never met a brilliant woman with a month name.
Don't worry.
So I'm not forgetting that.
Don't worry. I set him straight on that. I anally molested him.
How was it?
It didn't remind me of high school the way I thought it would. You know? Did I mention I made varsity sophomore year? You'll never guess how. All the way to the hilt, to the bristles. It was broken in half.
You made your way to the top through the backyards of younglings.
Yes, exactly. Consider says, yeah, first time I showed up, I roasted Aaron pretty hard, said stuff like if he transitioned, he would tell us to stop calling him Aaron, and then we could call him Aaron from now on. Yeah, it's that kind of really good shit that people who don't like this program come up with, and then they become big fans of our program. Morty says, Aaron, have you read any good children's books lately? Dr. Seuss has the best shit. Ghislaine says, is Mersh Nightwave Radio? There is a Nightwave Radio that is Mersh. There is also a Nightwave Radio that comes in here from time to time that is not Mersh. So,
but
you wait until Mersh says it's him, and then
Nightwave Radio is his thing, though. Mm-hmm. So go check it out. He's always very, very funny.
Softcast says, I will become a big fan. Softcast is definitely still on the fence. If he wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, he'll shit on us hard. Some days he's really playing along. Softcast still hasn't made up his mind yet. So we're giving him time to figure his shit out, if you will. Yeah, but in regards to like, what about, merch company? I like dudes who are dudes and don't give a fuck. Like, my friends probably hate people that I like. They don't expect me to stop talking to them. I don't expect them to start talking to me. I don't fucking care.
That's how it goes. You're supposed to be an individual who likes what they like.
I don't have time for that shit. Became a fan of this show after the Uncle Rico crossover. All right. Are you joining the ROTC Big Gay Lion redemption arc? No, but I wish them very well in that. That is a very lofty aspiration they have.
Yikes.
We'll see. We will see. Adam Price says, I'm consistent. I thought you were sort of good when I first saw you, and I still think you're sort of good. Perfect.
Fair.
Perfect. All right, guys, let's move on to some other things. I'm not really feeling the Megan Fox Machine Gun Kelly thing.
No, you know why? Because they both drink each other's blood. They're a couple weirdos. You don't know what they're up to.
And no offense, and no offense, it's gay.
It's really gay.
It's remarkably gay. I don't really have much to say about Megan. Megan Fox is remarkably attractive.
Hot.
She's living proof that women don't really give a fuck about looks. It's not number one on their list.
No, because clearly she's with a female.
Yeah. Looks aren't a big thing for Megan Fox. However, I don't know what other personality traits that Machine Gun Kelly has that hooked her in.
Probably a big dick. I'm guessing he's got a big dick.
Plenty of Adderall.
I don't know.
Prescription drugs. I
She's
feel like
one
she
of the
could get
hottest-
those no matter what.
To me, she's one of the hottest chicks there is out there. And for him to get her, I don't know what he could be packing.
I wish this was the real Big Gay Lion, by the way. That would make me so happy if you were watching our show.
Why don't you reach out to him?
I usually go over to Nightwave after the evening show. Lots of toe folks seem to do the same. You know, I've noticed that as well when I go over there. A lot of you guys
Yes,
over in that chat. Very cool.
Aaron brings Mersh into bed a lot.
Wait, what? I mean, the way she means it is like it. You understand. All right, let's talk a little bit about inflation. We talked about inflation last night, you know. Mm-hmm. We talked about how, what is it, like last January, the rate of inflation was like 9%. It was record inflation, and that's year over year. So January of last year to January of 2 years ago was record year over year inflation.
Right.
This year, that inflation went up another 6.4% year over year. So that's awful. That's terrible.
Undoable for some people.
Yeah. You know, that transitory inflation, the temporary inflation, didn't we spend like $1 trillion or $2 trillion on, what was that bill called? The Inflation Reduction Act.
How'd that go?
So far, not so good.
It's not working? Oh.
Inflation has now gotten so bad that the Tooth Fairy is doling out 20s. It's bullshit, right?
Oh my God.
I was lucky towards the tail end of me losing teeth to get $2 or $3.
I got like a quarter.
Oh, that's some farm shit.
Oh, that makes me really sad. I wish you hadn't said that.
That is some gay ass rural farm shit, bro.
I mean, sometimes if it was a really tough sucker that my dad had to like tie to a door and like yank out, I could get $1.
God, you are country as fuck.
Did that never happen to you?
That was the joke we told each other as kids.
That never happened to you.
In Shoreview, Minnesota, the joke we used to tell was, hey, if it's loose, you tie it around a doorknob. Nobody actually fucking did it. But down out on the farm, they're like, hey, yeah, put it on the tractor wheel and I'll hit the gas. And
My dad absolutely either did the door handle thing or the he grabbed a pliers and like a quick twist and yank.
God,
and it was out of there.
They really did, didn't they?
I'm feeling a little exposed right now. I wasn't anticipating this.
You know what they could have done?
I thought everybody did that.
You could be facing the horse. They could tie the tooth to a string, tie the other end of the string to the horse's back hooves, and then tickle its ass with a feather, and then have it kick, and poof, that'd have popped it out of there right away, wouldn't it?
I need answers. Did this not happen to you?
No.
Did it not happen to anybody?
Like my uncles would joke about it.
I got a pliers in my mouth and a quick, a little yank, and I got it was usually like 50 cents to $1, I think.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen to any of us.
I thought it was really generous when the Tooth Fairy put $1 under your pillow. I'm really confused.
When it started for me, I got $1. By the time I was done, it was like $2 or $3.
That seems like a lot.
What did we give the kids when they started losing their teeth? They lost a bunch over here. What did we give them?
Well, you put the kids through torture too, because you're like,
oh, we did give the oldest.
You're such a jerk.
We gave the oldest a 21 time because I basically twisted their tooth like a bottle cap.
He's retarded.
And instead of pulling down.
I came over to help and stuff, and the poor girl's crying.
Well, the tooth was like sideways.
Because you twisted it.
Yeah. I fucked that up. But I gave her $20.
Child abuse, really.
I gave her $20. She was okay. As
money just fixes everything for you.
I really Don Drapered my way out of that problem.
Now she has trauma.
Is that why she hugs me a little looser nowadays? She's worried I'm going to try and twist a tooth out of her fucking head.
Maybe.
Bumana says I got between $5 and $10.
Oh my God.
Now they're giving 20. Parents are saying $1 doesn't buy you anything. When Stephen Cohen's eldest daughter, wow, a Cohen giving away $20 for a tooth. You don't see that very often. What do you do? Tie it to 1.5% interest for the poor kid to teach her a lesson? Good Lord. I'm going to give you $20 for your tooth, but the going rate for the shape your enamel is in is $12.50. I don't want you to forget this favor that I'm doing for you.
So, check it out. I need some more questions answered. So, I thought the whole point, like, let's say when you get $1 from the tooth fairy, was you put it in your piggy bank and you start saving up your money. Why do you need to give the kids enough now to buy something with the tooth money?
Because we didn't all grow up on a farm and we want to give our children nice things.
My parents fucking taught me to save my money and save it for something wise that I'm going to use a lot. Not just go splurging on a
You save it
action
3
figure.
quarters at a time, and what? If you lose 4 teeth, you can have an Airhead and a Dr. Pepper?
My piggy bank got full.
Jesus Christ, how do you people live? My dad was a baker. My mom was a lunch lady. It's not like we were rolling in it, but Christ, I could get a little paper money when I lost a tooth.
And your parents are real jerks.
And they're shitty people, right?
My parents love kids.
Well, my parents love kids too, just not me.
It's not you.
Yeah, exactly. So when Stephen Cohen's eldest daughter Lily, lost her first tooth, they left $20 under her pillow. Okay, hold on to your yarmulkes because this story's about to get pretty Jewy. Not because the Upper West Side dad had money to burn.
Oh my God.
So his name's Cohen. He's got a lot of cash on hand and he lives on the Upper West Side in New York. Nice.
I can draw some lines.
But because in today's increasingly cash-free society, finding small bills lying around the house was, well, like pulling teeth. Get it?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any small bills. Every time I get the sniffles, I use my 1s and 5s to blow my nose. What do you do with them?
So you never put like fishing line around your tooth and had it yanked out?
No.
Not tooth floss or anything?
It's called dental floss, but no. No,
I don't belong here.
it never happened.
I belong in bumfuck nowhere, not this place.
Oh. Spicy Mustard with $5 says, my dad did the doorknob tooth pull once as a redneck joke to my sister, but we all hated black licorice. See, there you go. Yeah, they're saying,
what?
April, that's some redneck shit.
I like black licorice.
I know. We're all learning just how country you can be.
But I feel like the more I'm seriously shocked right now. I feel like I don't belong here at all.
Jay Hasty says, farm people are creepy.
Jesus. I felt so wholesome. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Michael with a really good question. If you have the heebie-jeebies, does that mean you're afraid of Jews? Bumanis is letting you know it's okay. We all grow up differently.
Okay.
It's all right. You're fine.
I'm going to drink myself to sleep.
That's fine. I'll wake you up. Adam Price says, my granddad tried the doorknob thing, but it didn't work. Well, your grandpa obviously wasn't a scout.
It never works the first time. You got to loosen it up on the first one. And then your dad really gives her on the second one and it just flies out.
Turtle says it's definitely some redneck rural shit. My town once had a drive-by pitchforking. That's a hell of a throw. You got to give him that.
Oh, that's fun.
That is a hell of a throw.
I had 3 pitchforks at one point in my life. They were all mine.
Let me guess. They weren't toys. You actually had to use them for pitchforky shit.
Duh.
I figured
they were really easy, like in the winter when all the shit like froze together, but you still had to get it out of the stall, you know? You can really pick it out.
Oh, yeah. I can relate to everything you're saying.
Yeah.
The closest I got to using a pitchfork is when I had to do that mission where you pick up pig shit in Red Dead Redemption 2. Hated that one. Can almost smell the pig shit. It's so real. God.
I'm going to stop.
You had some country ass shit going on, homie.
That's not the half of it.
Oh my, I'm sure it's not. Wow. I don't even know. Rupert says pitchforky shit. Yeah, pitchforky shit. How do you say it? I'll give you all the promo info later tonight to promote tomorrow. All right. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Okay.
Thank you.
Revan says, I killed a rat with a pitchfork. That would feel good.
Dude, I was cleaning shit out of one of my horse stalls once, and it was a box stall, so it was really shady, and I couldn't see in the corner. Something starts hissing at me or making noises, and there's a fucking muskrat in there. So I had to go, grab a gun. I grabbed the 22 and just blasted a muskrat in the shit pile one time. That's
you know where I
and that
come
was
from.
Super exciting.
You know where I come from. If someone tells you they blasted a muskrat in the shit pile, that means they had secretive gay sex in a car. I blasted a muskrat in the shit pile. Are you sure you want to tell that story, Crowder? Oh. On whose platform? Morty Smith with $2 says, just tie your tooth to Anthony's coattails. Ooh, is there a show and money in it? Yes, please. It is funny, you tell people, yeah, the guy's my broadcasting idol. I kind of, I'm heavily influenced by him. I'm glad to have a show there. And the guy's like, oh, yeah? Why don't you suck his dick? And I'm like, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I don't get either. Why I said earlier, you're not a fan of Steel Toe if you're not okay with the Cumia stuff, because this show doesn't happen without Anthony Cumia, because you love it.
Tie his tooth to Cumia's coattails. I mean, okay. Can I tie my cock to it? Is that okay with you too? How about my asshole? Would that be all right?
You just really want a human centipede.
That's all I want. Crusher says closest Aaron came to a pitchfork was when he put his white hood on. Well, don't tell anybody. It's supposed to be anonymous.
Nah, but you don't know how to ride a horse, I'm sure, so you're only halfway there.
I only know how to...
What?
No, you know what?
Wait.
Nope. Does that make sense?
You need help.
Some are saying
Ugh,
that I need help.
it's off-putting.
Blasted a muskrat in the shit pile.
I thought that was pretty cool. That was a big day for me.
It absolutely is. They're calling you April Slingblade Childers. All right, then. I guess I'm going to blast that muskrat in the shit pile then. Mm-hmm.
Well, you try to get him with the pitchfork, but he moves.
All right, then. I guess I'll blast a muskrat in the shit pile, and then I'll use the tractor. But it ain't got no gas in it. Scarface saying, Aaron's no Nathan Bedford Forrest. That's That's true. I am no Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Oh.
That's a very nice compliment. All right, guys. April likes cans of potted meat. Mm-hmm. Fucking hell.
Oh.
Not funny, haha, funny queer.
There you go. All right, guys. 145 away from tonight's goal. We're a little over halfway through tonight's show. You're doing great. Thank you for contributing. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. If you'd like to chip in that way, we so do appreciate it. Thanks again for helping out our silly little program.
Thank you.
I loved this story. This is so shitty and like so mischievous. Like, it's not really hurting anybody.
Okay.
But it's a really fun dickhead. Like, if they find out that teenagers are doing this, it's going to make me laugh my dick off because it's just a shitbag, inconsiderate, horrific thing to do, completely done as an innocent prank. And I love it. It inconveniences a lot of people, but I don't think it's going to kill anyone.
I'm very curious.
So I feel like it's all right. This is out of Salt Lake City, Utah. I found this one tonight.
Some Salt Lake City neighbors are extremely frustrated this evening. They believe that somebody is toying around with their outdoor breakers, and they're shutting off their electricity and doing so on purpose.
Yeah. That's funny as hell.
People are just running around to people's outdoor breakers and just turning their power off.
Look, would I be pissed? Yes, but if you're the one doing it, how funny.
Yeah. Like you see them running away, you can't ID them, go, you little fuckers! Because...
You obviously do this at night, right?
Yeah, it's remarkably obnoxious, but it's incredibly easy to fix.
Now your house is pitch black and you can't see the person.
Your house is totally dark, and now you have to stumble around out of your house. You have to find a flashlight or turn the flashlight on your phone. You got to go outside. It's Salt Lake City, so, I mean, is it snowing there right now?
It could be. It was snowing in Vegas yesterday.
Could be snowing, so you got to walk out in the cold, probably barefoot. You got to turn your breakers back on. You know what's a really good prank is if you find a good place to hide that's close.
And
like
you watch.
Every hour and a half, you come back and do it again. Like you let them get really comfortable with their power.
Yeah.
Like you don't do it every 15 minutes. That's going to be no fun.
I just think, though, that you have to make sure they don't have cameras.
Yeah, that's true.
Too many people, in my opinion, with those now.
A new specialist, Shelby Lofton, looked into this issue, and she says, well, it seems like a harmless prank. It could have serious consequences.
Yeah, like think of some guy, some fat guy's got a sleep apnea machine, and somebody cuts the power. All of a sudden, he's sitting up there choking to death in his sleep because some little 16-year-old shitbag decided to play a funny joke on him.
Hold on, you don't wake up when you're doing that?
I mean, if you're lucky, you do.
Really?
Yeah.
You can sleep through that? That's insane.
You can die from sleep apnea, yes.
My dumb ass is over here thinking like, oh, their oven's going to shut off so they don't cook their food for supper or their laundry will stop.
Yeah, like let's say you've got a sleep apnea mask or anything electric. Like let's say you got a defibrillator?
A defibrillator, a nebulizer or something for your asthma.
Well, that's not electric.
It's not?
Oogie, 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 oogie. No, that's just an inhaler.
That's an inhaler.
Oh, what's a nebulizer?
You've clearly never had a sibling with asthma.
I don't know.
No, a nebulizer is that thing with like the mask, and it's like it's an inhaler, but like on steroids.
And it's plugged in?
I don't know.
Well, April, if it's not plugged in, you don't need to worry about it. But we really took a potentially really funny bit and really shit the bed with it, didn't we?
I think this is funny.
Between me not knowing what things are and you not knowing if a nebulizer plugs in or not, boy, we're fired from Compound.
Can we get another one?
Rocky Mountain Power told me they are getting reports of so-called pranksters switching off the power on the breakers outside people's homes. Plugging in to power up.
That would be funny. Your vacuum goes out.
There's nothing more frustrating than suddenly like your appliance isn't working.
Yeah.
And why?
Everyday routine. But one cold night,
the dog just started barking for no apparent reason.
I love that they're kind of old, so it's gonna take these boomers a little while to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Look at him. He just looks aloof.
He looks like Kevin Durkin from the Boot Shack here in St. Cloud.
And we heard this strange sound, and the whole house went dark.
Chris and Liz Montague suddenly lost power.
Went out and looked at the circuit breaker box, and Chris did them all except the top one, which we couldn't really see, and it looked sort of like it said, "Don't mess with this particular main circuit breaker."
Well, which one do you think that the pranksters are going to most likely fuck with?
The one that says don't touch.
Although, no, a way funnier bit, a way better prank is to turn off every other one. So they like have power in some of their house, but not power in the rest of the house. So like the wife is like, honey, the power's out. He's like, what are you talking about, you dumb bitch? I'm watching TV. And you have them fight before he goes and checks the breaker.
I see your point, but as soon as you get to the breaker, it's over.
Same thing though if you shut the whole power down.
Not if it's the one that says don't touch, because these people didn't figure it out.
They're too fucking stupid to go, I guess we can just go chunk chunk. And it would be fine.
Chunk chunk.
Chunk chunk. That's the sound they make. Chunk chunk. That's the noise a breaker makes.
Tried calling Rocky Mountain Power, but couldn't see a technician until morning.
You slept in your parka, didn't you?
Instead of turning your power back on, instead of rolling the dice and flipping a switch that says don't touch, this dumb boomer went and put a parka on and slept in it.
Why can't you just cuddle or something? You slept in your parka? Mm-hmm. That's gay.
The next day,
we found all sorts of tracks of kids running away.
They were told they weren't the only victims of this
nice
prank.
kitchen.
Some people, they run up behind a house, they turn the main breaker off.
Down a few blocks.
I love these little shitheads.
That is more fun than like anything else I can think of.
It's nicer than TPing too, or egging.
There's no mess.
Yeah.
Or like they could have cut wires or some shit. All they did was flip a switch.
Yeah, they just flipped a breaker. Big deal.
Martine Smith shares a similar story.
This loud noise outside and all the power went out.
She says her neighbors heard noises outside
and saw kids getting in a white SUV and taking off.
Boy, everything is white in Utah, isn't it? Holy shit. The snow, the people, the cars.
Ultra white.
Oh, man. Those were the
streets. So he told my husband, hey, there's this prank that's been going on.
All they had to do was flip the switch back. Smith says her family was fortunate.
Eventually, somebody's really going to get hurt, I think.
How? You just told them how to change it. You flip the breaker back.
You just explained to us how somebody may die from their sleep apnea mask turning off. Come on.
If having power
What if somebody's in the shower and all the lights went out and now they slip and fall and hit their head?
This is going to sound remarkably insensitive. But if the power being out for 30 to 45 seconds is going to kill you, you shouldn't be here anymore. You're being kept alive artificially, and I don't like it.
Look, that's all we've got sometimes.
Electrician Peter Baume says most people can reverse this problem themselves.
As long as you don't take any covers off of your electrical panel and you're just working through the covers, you can safely switch any of those breakers.
He says don't put yourself at risk. Let the professionals come check out any issues.
If it doesn't turn back on, then you have a bigger problem.
No shit.
Wow. Really?
Now, you may not know this, but this is a little trick of the biz. If your power doesn't turn back on, then some shit might be fucked up. Thank you, sir.
Victims of this prank say the people behind it need a new hobby.
If someone had been on oxygen, if there had been a newborn in the house, it could be potentially life-threatening.
That's what makes it a great prank, though, is somebody could die.
Get it? That baby's going to freeze to death overnight.
Yeah, see, like, it's not...
Because no one's going to wrap it up or try to keep it warm in anything.
A good prank doesn't purposely kill anyone.
No, it's just...
But a good prank does put someone's life at risk.
Well, there has to be some risk involved
Right.
or it's not good.
There has to be the threat of somebody dying.
Somebody's blood has to get pumping.
Exactly. Some people have to think they're going to die for the prank to be good. There. Let's continue on.
That's why the good old, like, really scaring the shit out of somebody was always a good prank, too, because they think for a second they're being attacked.
Phil Some says those kids were laughing their asses off. Oh, my God. Big time. That's how a kid gets shot, says Hadouken. Yeah.
I did wonder about that. If they do get caught, somebody might catch one.
Morty Smith says padlocks, Zumach's natural enemy on the locker. Johnny Chopstick says, was the announcement a divorce? No. Remember, tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock Central Time, we have a special on Compound Media. E-Rock and Anthony offered it to us. We jumped at the chance. And, go get a day pass to Compound. Subscribe for a year, for a month. Try the 3-day trial, whatever you want to do. But watch Steel Toe tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock Central Time, p.m., on compoundmedia.com. That was the announcement. We went over it a little bit earlier in the show. Thank you guys very much for being so cool about that. 145 away from this evening's goal. If you feel like chipping in, there is the, what do you call it? God damn it. Why can't I speak? There's the link to the Streamlabs and the PayPal. Sorry about being an absolute moron. All right. Let's go to Not Sad Zumach. Hold on, though. I have to get him hooked up to the...
You were awful at this.
I know.
It makes me so sad.
I didn't get the shit hooked up, and I apologize for that. I am a dummy. I know I suck, sir.
Hold it up to this or something.
Just give me a second. Uncle Jack says Brennan lost his shit and Bob got all uppity. Oh, well, that surprises me. All right, Marquis or Not Sad Zumach, why don't you call back in just 1 second so we can get both channels on that. Just give us a call back. 495 Marauder says, can we call into Compound Media?
Yes.
No, during our first special, no.
Our show, no.
But hopefully in the future, if they want us back, yes.
The other shows take calls.
Yeah. Mr. B. Nice says, when something goes bump in the night, does April protect you, Aaron? No, I get up and I do this thing where...
I would protect you.
You would, but I don't allow that kind of thing. I'm too proud. I'll get shot first, and then you can get shot second. That does kind of suck if you're a woman. Like, the guy protects you, so he's going first. If he gets smoked, then you're fucked.
Why am I fucked?
Because, I mean, now it's one-on-one with a guy who's got the drop on
Maybe
you.
he has his kill now, and now he's scared that he just killed someone and he's going to run.
Oh, that would be nice. That's a good way to do it.
And now I'm free.
Crusher says, aren't you putting Kevin's $100 towards the goal? I will say this. If we end up working together and this does become a regular paying thing, anything we get there will be passed on, yes, to you guys via that goal. So that's the other part of the announcement that I guess we could make, but we're not there yet. Right now, it's just a special. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully the Steel Toe audience merges with the Compound audience and everybody is happy. We clearly remember you sent in April when y'all heard the bump in the night when it was the police. Well, yeah, when
That's
we were
true.
being...
You did send me.
Yeah, when we had a knock at the door, but we didn't know what that was. Middle of the night, though, no, I usually get up and I'll hit the walls. I don't know why I would think that would intimidate the shit out of somebody.
That's actually really remarkably stupid
That's
because
what I
now
hear.
they know where you are. So I wish you wouldn't.
And I yell like I'm aggressive. Rah! I'll scare the shit out of you. I try to sound like Rip Torn as much as I can.
Thing is like, if Aaron and I were sleeping in the middle of the night, he's not usually the one that wakes up for anything. I will. So now that I know that that's your tactic, I'm just not going to alert you.
Marquise is going to fucking hate me. He's going to have to call in one more time.
What is wrong with you?
Because I keep fucking up the connection.
E-Rock's going to see this and he's going to be like, these guys are no good.
There we go. We're
Take us
good
off.
now. We are good now. Now Marquise can call back in and he can do it. Now the problem is this will be his third time calling in with whatever bit he has planned. And, now it's got a heavier chance to bomb. April grew up without electricity or teeth, says Shav. Chip Chipperson, Johnny Chopstick says, will you be going on the Comedians of the Compound tour? Put it this way. If asked, I will serve, but I'm not expecting to be asked. Consider says the best thing you do if you hear people trying to get into the front and back at the same time is to turn on a light in the middle of the house. Oh, shit. All right, let's figure out what he wants here.
Call from
Wackachoo.
What's up, buddy?
You know, Aaron, I had a good bit going, and you fucked it up. This is why you need a producer, sir. So instead of me having this grandiose bit, I'm just going to give you my congratulations, and I'm just going to go on with my day, sir. Good day.
Now hang up. There you go.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate the congratulations. Very nice. Uncle Jack with $4.99 says, how's Chad's workout regimen? Think he'll be buff by July? Oh, yeah, if he's not already. Morty Smith says, after getting attacked by an intruder, Aaron said, quote, I wasn't ready for the level of opponent I faced. Yeah, hopefully it lasts. Hopefully it's more like the second fight than the first fight.
It's a 52 seconds interaction.
Hopefully it's like the second one where you actually smack the guy around the ring rather than the first one where you catch a bad one to the nose.
I feel bad sometimes when I joke about that because your whole face turns red. And I remember what it was like to watch you get punched in the face and it wasn't fun. That was a scary feeling, actually. I'm like, oh shit, he might be dead.
It also sucks when you're close to getting out of the round and that shot lands on your nose and you're like, fuck, it's a matter of time. Like they're not gonna let me continue with that running the way it was.
You had a straight up gusher on the front of your face.
That sucks. And then the second one, we got our redemption. That was nice.
My mom got to watch him get his face punched in.
The second one, we got our redemption and that was good. That one felt really, really good. But that first one, as really good as that second one felt, that's how bad the first one felt. Put it that way. Uncle Jack, thank you for the $5. 140 away from this evening's goal. That's again 140 away from this evening's overtime. 30 minutes of overtime where we've got some Dylan Mulvaney for you. Oh, you're gonna love this. She's out to let you know she ain't gonna steal your man. Well, the thing that occupies Dylan Mulvaney.
I already have a take on that. If she can pull off stealing my man, I think she deserves it.
Oh, yeah?
I really do. If a Dylan Mulvaney can steal a woman's man, she deserves it.
Wow.
That's some effort.
Rebel Coolidge says, I wonder what type of boxer Aaron is. Philly shell half the time. And then when I'm going forward, it's kind of like that old 50 style shell where you got the left hand out, the right hand in front of the face, and you're kind of walking the guy down and parrying the jab. Those are the two styles that we're going with. Consider says an outboxer that gets hit a lot. Wait a minute. No, my last fight I had to be an infighter, and I was very, very adept at it.
Are you doing boxing stuff for a second? Do you want a drink?
I would love a drink.
Because I will go while you stroke your own dick.
Kyle Winters says Bernard Hopkins style. Nice. Kind of a Bernard Hopkins style. Probably, I would say a little Bernard Hopkins, probably more James Toney. Would be more the most effective style that I've been using recently, I would say. It depends. Look, if I'm the taller guy, then it's usually like a Vladimir Klitschko right hand out here, that long guard stance. If I'm the shorter guy, it's either a Philly shell or it's kind of that Mummy Perry style. Whichever one doesn't get me killed. Triple N says Aaron modeled his style and life after Floyd Mayweather Sr. No, that is not the case. Bernard Hopkins, but white, says Lab Glass. Michael Mitchell says Aaron's boxing style is like Peter McNeely's. Oh, Rhino the Hamster says hopefully not James Toney in MMA. No. Consider says girl slappy style. We should watch the second fight sometime. The second fight was really good. I've got it on the computer here. The first round was fucking terrible. Like the guy I was fighting was like 6'7", 240. He had like 4 inches on me. And that was just his cock. But the first round, I wasn't getting inside. Second round, just bouncing the guy all over the ring. Third round, dropped him. Fucking fun fight, man. I wish I could go do that one again. Eddie says, damn, April hating on your pride in your boxing. You bet she won't be hating if you have to defend her. Triple N says, Ray Mercer knocked the shit out of Tim Sylvia. Yeah, that's right. He did. Consider says, what dropped him? Well, what was working in that fight was, what was it? It was a weave. I would weave right. I would dip right to get away from his jab. And then I knew his right was coming. He was just throwing straights. So it was this way, and then I'd weave under, the right hand would come, and then it would be left hook, straight right. If I would have followed it up with more straight lefts, I think I could have stopped him. But it was mostly just left hook, straight right. And I dropped him at the end of the third. It was a left hook, straight right combo, spun him around, and he went down. That was back in June? So, I don't know. I keep thinking if I'd like to do another one. The problem with it is that you got to wait around. The thing about amateur boxing is you can't just show up like an hour before the fight, do your fight, and then go. Like you have to sit there from like, if the card starts at 3, you got to get there at noon. You don't fight till 6:30. Fucking sucks, man. Michael Mitchell says, fun fact, Jack Johnson holds the patent for the monkey wrench. Thank you. It's very, very, I think what he's trying to say is move the fuck on. When dreaming, a lot of people fight like prime Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, there's a lot of people when they first start, they think they're going to fight like their favorite boxer. And look, I did that too. I tried to fight like my favorite boxer when I started sparring, and then you realize you're nowhere near as talented as those guys. Hyper Derek with $2 says, Aaron looks like Conor McGregor on Easy T. Monster Inoue is my favorite boxer right now, says Consider. Oh, he's very good. Very good.
I'd like to say I take some offense to whoever said I was shitting on your boxing and that I'll be eating my words whenever you have to defend me, because that's the way I make light, I guess, of a hard moment. Like, it was not easy as a partner to watch you get hit in the face. And I was the one sitting there pulling for you the entire time you were training for it and that entire day. And then I have to sit there mortified that my partner's bleeding from his fucking face in there. And there's never going to be a day when he has to defend me physically. So calm down.
Jesus, I don't know if that's true. But anyway, everyone else was like more like, oh man, your nose. And I'm the one sitting there pissed off. I'm like, God, I can't believe I got caught with that fucking shot. God damn it. Eddie S. says, how long have you been boxing for? Started when I was 17, had to stop when I was 20, then picked it back up again at like 33, and now I'm 36. So I guess a combined 4, 5, 6 years, I suppose. And then I do it off and on in between, but never competitively. Sam Hyde gave Harley great advice. If you're a big dude, you can't try and move like a welterweight. Yeah, you gotta manage your movement. You know, if you're a big guy, you only have so many steps. Don't waste them. Eddie says, my bad, April. I was just teasing. Now he feels bad.
Well, I felt bad upstairs, too, because that was the scariest moment, I think, that I'd been with you, is watching you get hit in the face and see you bleed like that. There is not a second where I've ever been like, oh, you fucking suck at boxing.
That's why I like
Not even a second.
That's why I like to talk about the second fight and not the first fight.
That was a fucking awful day.
The second one?
No, the first one.
I don't talk about the first one.
We're all talking about the first one.
We talk about the second one, guys.
Nobody saw the second one.
Rhino the Hamster says, Fury is like using cheat codes with movement and size. He sure fucking is. Are you kidding me?
Fury's kind of...
Now I wish he would just fight once in a
I
while.
hate his personality, though. I really do. He's such a bitch. And, ooh, let's be retired, and then let's not be retired, and let's be retired.
Well, a week from Sunday,
Nice.
you can watch Jake Paul cave his brother's head in, if you want to.
I do like Jake Paul.
They also announced today, the WBC said that they are going to rank Jake Paul if he beats Tommy Fury, which means, hypothetically, he could fight for a title if he wanted to. Now, he shouldn't, but he will be ranked in the WBC. So there is that. All right. Let's move on with the show. Your guys' questions took up a lot of time there. My God. All right, 1:40 away from knocking it out. We are about 25 minutes away from rattling the cans and playing the Super Chat music. Otherwise, if you want to knock it out early, there's the Streamlabs, there's the PayPal. Super Chats and Rumble Chats count as well. Okay, Sam Bankman-Fried made bail. You know, the FTX guy, he's out right now.
Yeah. I
Awaiting-
thought he had made bail.
Yeah, $250 million bail package. He's out awaiting trial. Well, now unsealed court records have named the guarantors as Larry Kramer, the Dean Emeritus of Stanford Law,
Great.
and Andreas Papke, a senior research scientist and computer science expert at the elite institution. Bankman-Fried's family has deep ties to Stanford, where his parents are law professors. Kramer is a close friend of the accused crypto fraudster's parents. Papke's connection to the family was not immediately clear. Anytime $250 million gets raised for bail, and anytime it's someone who seems to have purposely tanked crypto like this Sam Bankman-Fried did, this to me screams like Illuminati type shit.
Usually.
Yeah, this to me screams like secret society, fucking secret handshake, psyop, and I'm not even into all that shit. But like this one just screams it because it's like it all happened at a time when crypto was starting to go gangbusters. The government hated that crypto existed. Somebody needed to tank it. This guy did. He took a bunch of money out of his crypto company, put it into his investment company, defrauded all the people, got everybody's faith in crypto to be smashed, and now everything's taking a shit. And now crypto doesn't seem to be a threat anymore. It just all seemed to work out too perfectly.
I don't hear anyone talk about it anymore.
Yeah, so I don't know. So I want to look a couple of things up. Just give me a second. Don't say anything. Larry Kramer, Stanford. That's all I said. Kramer was born on June 23rd, 1958 in Chicago, Illinois okay, all right. Well, you don't want to... I don't know anything about that. That's nobody knows what I just Googled anyway.
Oh, but why does that matter?
Nobody knows what I Googled anyway.
It's always that. I feel like we don't have to look anymore.
Nobody knows. So who's this other person? Andreas Papke.
Andreas
Papke. Let's here, hold on a second. Let me just see. Fuck. No!
What difference does it make, though?
Could you please bring me my noticinol, please?
We ran out.
God damn it. I really need my noticinol right now. I don't even need to Google Sam Bankman-Fried.
No, but you should anyways.
No. God damn it. Why? I mean, I know.
But again, I digress. What difference does it make?
I mean,
does it realistically make a difference?
If I'm sitting here and I'm saying that this seems to be like a secret society psyop sort of a deal,
okay,
then it may or may not lend a little bit of weight.
Do you see what you've done
to
in the
whole
chat
thing.
now?
Now, what are they doing? I know that Sad Zumok sent us $5 and says, I got a diarrhea on my futon. I cleaned it up with a dry Wendy's napkin. Should be fine.
Sir, I was trying to drink.
Sorry. Oh, man.
Gross.
So Sam Bankman-Fried, his $250 million loan to, or his $250 million to bail to tank crypto and get the dollar set right and put the banks back in good order. Good. That bail has been guaranteed by some very good people.
That always pay their debts.
That always pay. Yeah, it was Lannisters. That's what I was Googling. Were they Lannisters?
That could be our new code word.
Ah.
What if they were like the of Game of Thrones?
Actually, for them, it would be more like the Lannisters always give you debts. I think that would
They
be
always
a more...
give you debts?
Yeah, that would be a more apt
I don't know.
saying, I believe. Triple N says, I loved Sad Zumok's super chat about the remote having duct tape holding the batteries. I mean, he does have a funny bit going.
He does. It's good. Don't spoil it.
You got to give him that. He's doing a good job. Holy shit, David Chandler with $100.
Sir.
Like fucking clockwork. We were, once again, on our way, looking like we were going to rattle the cans, have a little fun tonight. David Chandler going, hey, why don't we skip all that horse shit?
You'd all be dead now if it wasn't my David.
And there you go. 35 away from tonight's goal. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the phones quickly.
Call from
Fall in the Great.
What's up, K Fall in the Great? Am I calling you K Fall in the Great or just Fall in the Great?
It doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't care.
All right.
But anyways, you're looking for a code word and you're talking Game of Thrones and you completely fucked up. It's not the Lannisters. It's the Tyrells.
Oh, I was going to say the Iron Bank of Bravos.
But that's not a group.
Well, that would work too.
Okay. So it would be more,
April,
so it would be more the
Tyrells. Come on, it is a group. Yes.
We need a specific house of people.
All right. Anyway, hanging up.
Well, thank
Congrats.
you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank
Thanks.
you. All right, Tyrell's not bad. Iron Bank of Bravos, it all works. It all works. Lannisters works too.
I thought it was funny. Just the Lannisters always pay their debts.
Richard,
They're good with money.
Richard says that's why you can't trust a milk cricket. I love
a milk cricket.
Oh, you didn't hear? You must have been asleep during the segment of the Black Student Union at Auburn University had a group text.
Oh, I can't wait.
Where they released like 250 names for white people.
Yes.
They were all terrible. Like, it was really disappointing.
What was the best one?
Milk cricket.
Milk cricket.
Milk cricket was a really, really good one.
Seeing as it like is in regards to myself, I can say that, right? And it's not a problem.
Oh, you can say milk cricket for
milk
sure.
Cricket.
It definitely showed that white people are way better at coming up with racist names than black people are.
I have some favorites.
Oh, yeah? Hold on. Is one of them...
Favorite?
Yeah, that one's your favorite?
Oh, that was the one.
Okay, how about...
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one very much? No? Not
that
big
one
on the
either.
Italian
No.
ones. All right. You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
All
one
right.
makes me happy.
All right. Buck Nidine says this is for tomorrow's show on Compound.
Triple N's funny too.
I
don't even get that one.
No? Okay. All right.
I've never heard that. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Oh, okay.
That was the first one.
Let's say I think that good. Oh, how about you like that one too?
It's short and sweet.
All right. This is so fucking. Right now, Marquise is watching this going, you really are a piece of dog shit. Oh, go ahead. Oh, you know what? That's kind of, I mean, it's simple, but.
I grew up simple.
Okay. I mean, that's a little pedestrian. Now you're just kind of
pedestrian, but it does feel good once you get it out. It's like you exercise the demons. They're all out of you.
Oh, Christopher with a good one for white people. Ice walkers.
Why not just call us White Walkers?
Nah, too on the nose.
That's gay.
Oh, man. All right. That's, I think that's enough of that.
I feel like we just did a Letterkenny thing. You know how they go back and forth with each other with the terms?
Thank you very much, Brett, with the $35. We have knocked out this evening's goal, and anything that comes in the rest of the night will be going towards tomorrow morning.
I feel so gay this evening after all our news.
Why?
Our good... No, in a good way. Gay in a good way.
Oh, gay in a good way.
Like, I feel...
Of course.
Good.
Of course. Sad Zumok with another $5. Guys, make sure you're keeping track of how much you give every week. Because there is a chance that you guys become VIPs like $5 at a time. I mean...
Or MVPs.
Yeah, or MVPs is all
As
of you.
Zumok obviously is.
Sad Zumok with $5 says, my apartment is so small, I ordered a large pizza and had to eat it outside.
Ironically, Sad Zumok's jokes are better than anything the actual Zumok has ever came up with.
Ooh, Von Kaiser with a good one. Don't read that.
Whoa.
Marquise said with $2 says, y'all racism knows no bounds.
But you're my favorite black man.
Hey, April. Say what? No, say what?
What?
Barbecue sauce.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, April, did you hear about the traffic death on the highway? And his lips beat him to death. That's that was. Well. It's just so juvenile. Clay Combs says this racism isn't fun. You're right. This is disgusting. I think it should stop immediately.
I have never heard that before.
Clay, I like
that one hit for me.
I like Clay.
Hey.
He holds us accountable. He goes, sometimes racism is fun. Other times it just feels dirty and crass.
Will you tell me that last one later, though, off the show?
Why, you want to get wet?
No, I just find it really funny.
Okay.
And it makes me happy.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay, dial back the racism. Fun's over, boys. You're right, Dead Jester. You are correct, sir. Enough of this horse shit. We're going to offend Omega Dread's gaming channel. He said, I've heard worse at a clan party. You're right, sir. All right. How can you guys read Aaron's little bird lips? Oh, Christ.
It's bird chin. He's got good lips.
Thanks for the help, honey.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. That's very sweet of you.
You look very manly tonight.
I appreciate that.
Hey.
It's my chest.
I feel like you're being shitty, but...
Student Sue's cost you zoo. Sue's over wearing pro Second Amendment shirt. Okay, first I want to play this guy. I haven't looked at this story yet. I'm just assuming this guy's a fucking dork. There is a man who went on the news because he wanted to complain about his Viking sword going missing.
Was this you?
This guy reminds me of so many different people. Like, I'm thinking Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I'm thinking Steve Carell in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, McLovin.
No, I don't think McLovin would do that. I don't think McLovin would do. Wait till you see it. Uncle Jack says she's hot and giggles at racist jokes. April, do you have a sister?
I can find one if you'd like.
I didn't know he was into black chicks. All right. So this guy has a Viking sword valued at $24,000 and it went missing. Now, I don't care how expensive my medieval Viking sword is. I'm not going on the news to tell people what a fucking dweeb I am.
Are you sure?
Have you guys seen my sword? Like, is it one you take to competitions? No, I just kind of put it on my wall and I look at it like this and it's in a nice case. I don't let anyone touch it. Could you imagine bringing a girl over? It would be kind of cool to have a sword on your wall. She's like, holy shit, can I see it? No, don't touch that. It's a collector's item. You can't touch my sword.
Aaron doesn't have a sword. He has horns.
I do.
They are right there.
It's an expensive set of horns right there.
Very expensive.
All right, let's...
And I bet you'd go on the news to report that missing.
I would. I'd want a reward issued. All right, so let's see what we've got here. A man loses a $24,000 sword and he goes on the news to say, I need you guys to find my Viking sword.
You can't go back in time, but you can certainly...
Back in time! Gotta go back in time.
Certainly by history. Daryl Johnson from Glendale.
Take me away! I don't mind. All you promise me is I'll be back in time.
Sorry. Inherited a passion for antiques.
My mom worked with archaeologists. I was on archaeological digs since I was actually in diapers.
Since then, he's focused on picking up Spanish colonial pieces.
Yeah, fucking cool, bro.
Sweet
Just
story.
make fun of this fucking dork who lost it. I lost my sword.
But Aaron, I was actually on digs since I was in diapers.
My mom was an archaeologist, and she found me a sword one time, and she gave it to me, and it's my sword.
Just say you're gay.
That's all.
It's like this sword. And another specialty is Viking-era artifacts, like this other sword.
This looks like
Johnson
your
says he bought this Viking sword about 2 years ago. This is the authentication letter from the seller. And
what a fucking nerd.
Okay, but this looks like shit you'd like.
Okay, but I wouldn't lose mine. I certainly wouldn't go on the news and admit it. I wouldn't go. Okay, I might go on the news and be like, "Oh man, I lost a sword."
You know,
I'd be calling the cops, not the news. But if the news came over, I wouldn't go. And here's an X-ray from when I brought it on a plane once, and then here's the certificate of authenticity. You'll see it's actually double stamped from professors at Harvard, and this is actually a photo negative of my sword, so you can see that it's totally mine and it's missing now. He talks like Sally
think-
Draper for some reason.
Yeah, part of him, for some reason, I think he's on the news just to brag about his collection.
Yeah, he wants to show people like, I can afford $24,000 Ford.
That's kind of impressive, though.
Go fuck him then. Exactly.
Jeez.
Giving us a deeper look.
When you acquire a piece like that rarity,
there's nothing you can't
sort
do.
of a cherry on top.
Last month,
You have a big badass Viking sword and you talk like a homosexual. Jesus.
A lot of you gays are not acting like queers right now.
That's exactly.
Whoa.
That lady's mad at this guy. Jesus.
he decided to ship the sword to an art gallery in Colorado.
Why? Hand deliver it or keep it at home?
Keep it in your pants like the guy in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's a $24,000 sword. You don't send that shit through the mail. Hey, Marquise, I wanted to send you a Fabergé egg. Could you give me your address? I'll just send it priority mail.
I think you should paper mache Marquise a lot of things.
Oh, yeah? You do know I said Fabergé.
I do.
Okay,
Yes.
but paper mache. Okay, what am I using as the adhesive? Exactly. I was trying to tell a classy Fabergé egg joke, and you're like, you could send Maurice stuff with cum on it.
Wait, Maurice?
Marquise. Fuck.
Can't even remember his name. What a loser.
We're on compound now. I don't have to remember these little people. I'm fucking around.
I would never forget anybody.
Which valued it at up to $24,000 and wanted to put it up for auction for him. The gallery
looks like a rusty railroad spike. That looks like shit. Your sword is gay, bro.
I can find a better one at the Rusty Pick for like $295.
I could go to the Renaissance Festival and buy one for $80.
What?
Fucking nobody. Did David Chandler send $100 twice?
He better not have.
Or did he send one this morning? He might have sent one this morning.
No, he did send one this morning.
Okay, that's what it is.
Jeez.
I wanted to thank Kyle also. Kyle
He's a
with
good-
$15 coming in. Thank you very much, Kyle. Appreciate that.
You're all good men.
You're all good human beings.
He sent a shipping label, so Johnson says he dropped off the sword at this UPS store on Dysart Road.
You don't drop off your $24,000 Viking sword at a UPS store next to a T-Mobile so you know it's for poor people.
Exactly. I would never do that. That's a step up from like Cricket, but still.
T-Mobile could just be people who are thrifty. Cricket would be a poor area.
Yeah,
T-Mobile, you can still be like middle class and just you want to save a couple of bucks.
Is it
I
worth
get
it though? For the lack of service?
It really is. Like reception
Like-
is dog shit at
I've
T-Mobile.
had T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon. I would never go back to anything but Verizon.
I've had AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, and I can say that Verizon has been the best
It's
one.
worth the money.
AT&T, for how expensive it is, sucks a dick.
I've never done that one.
It's not good.
Sprint was okay where I grew up, and then if you left small town Litchfield anywhere, like you had nothing.
You know why? You know what Sprint was for? Who used...
Running away usually.
Yeah. You know what? No, the Sprint service was for truckers mostly. Because they would have the walkie-talkie feature, the Nextel thing from Sprint.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fuck you. Truckers would use it a lot. I knew that. I just knew something fun.
Why did you know that?
Because I worked at a little
A truck
family.
stop?
I worked at a little. Yeah, I sucked dicks in a glory hole. I was a server at a family restaurant, and a lot of truckers would stop in there for gay sex, and I would fuck them at the counter, and they'd tell me about their Nextel walkie-talkie phone.
I'm going to call you Lloyd Christmas from now on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm retarded with a bowl cut.
No, because you sat in the corner of a truck stop stall sucking your thumb while the big guy tried to
The
approach.
package was
Sea
scanned
bass.
by employees.
One was really excited about it and was asking to take pictures and asking me about what those things are.
Yeah, you know what you do in that situation? Get the fuck out of there. He's trying to rip you off.
You certainly don't tell somebody what it's worth.
Maybe if you were learning how to hustle, maybe if you were learning how to hustle and scam people instead of crawling around in ancient Egypt in your diapers with your mommy, you might have learned some street smarts.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Check it out. I was just sitting here thinking like you shouldn't tell somebody what it's worth because then they'll be inclined to steal it.
Right.
You kind of have to tell somebody what it's worth for insurance purposes
Yeah.
when shipping it because I learned that when I had to ship something to Gino.
Tell him you won it at a county
You know
fair.
what I mean?
Tell him you won it at one of the test your strength things.
It's not real.
Valued at
He was told it would be delivered in 2 to 3 days.
5 days later, nothing. 6 days later, nothing.
No.
That was either the 6th or 7th day.
What?
We got the tracking number, started looking at it, and it said it didn't leave Arizona.
These
people at the UPS store fucking stole it.
You know what's bugging me is if I was him and I lost a $24,000 sword, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
If I was dumb enough to spend 24 grand on a sword and somebody stole it, I'd be livid. And this guy's just sitting here.
In fairness, but this is what happens when you get handed shit and you don't earn it. This guy got it given to him by his mom.
Still,
so he doesn't appreciate it.
That could be part of your retirement.
Sure, not anymore.
UPS screenshots showing an investigation was opened for the lost package. But Johnson doesn't believe his sword is lost, but stolen.
Wow, thanks, Gumshoe. Fuck. Oh, yeah, I brought it to a UPS store, and the guy at the UPS store was asking me questions about it, what it was worth, and all. Because that's what guys at the UPS store who aren't stealing your shit ask you, is how much money your sword is worth, and then you tell them.
I'm telling you that they do actually ask that. Even when I go to...
this is the T-shirt in question.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Even when I go to the post office here to ship some stuff, they'll ask me, like, if it's like an irregular item, they'll ask me, like, hey, what's this worth about, so we can put the right insurance on it for tracking and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
but he said they were asking him, like, all kinds of other questions. They showed a lot of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe he's stroking it a little bit in front of him, like, look at this cool thing I've got.
Like, this guy sounds like the perfect mark. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to rip somebody off, that's the guy.
I got it.
Yuichi says AT&T fucking sucks. Hump says Verizon is not worth the money. I bet you a lot of it. I bet you a lot of it probably depends on where you live, too.
Obviously, it's your coverage.
God, get a few drinks in her. She just gets all
No, that's logic.
itchy and wild.
The whole reason you go with a certain provider is where you get the best coverage. So if they don't have the towers in your area, you go with the other one.
Oh, man. Clay is very happy of us doing the compound special tomorrow. Thank you, Clay. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
He is theorizing that Uncle Jack says, oh, my God, I can see Brennan right now. He logged off the show and is now doing the dishes in his wife's kitchen, screaming at his laptop, watching Steel Toe. I hope not. I hope Kevin's found some peace.
I want Kevin to be happy.
I just want him to be a happy soul. That's all.
I want Zumach to drink all the drinks that make him happy.
Yeah. Derek from Midland Armory in downtown Foley says, midlandarmory.com, by the way, says, we once had to ship $20K in collectible Colt revolvers out to a specialist for some work to get done. The post office is the only shipping service that offers insurance for that amount, and we paid it. Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Okay.
Clay Combs says, I wouldn't go to Compound for Anthony, but I'll consider it for these fucks. I love Aaron, no homo. Wow, thank you, Clay. Compoundmedia.com.
You know what? Everyone loves you.
I love them back. How many days a week on Compound did Aaron and April get? Clay, right now, it is, we're just doing a special tomorrow night. We're going to see how it goes from there. And then, we'll talk further from there. Dude, Kevin Brennan is going to flip, but Red Bar is going to have a mental breakdown over this. Mike doesn't need any more stressors
I feel
in his
like
life.
I could give... This is so different. Like, the chat is so interesting because I could give a shit less what everybody else thinks of it. I just thought it was really cool for us that happened.
Yeah, but some of them get off on that shit.
Oh, I totally get that. That's part of being a viewer.
Yeah.
But
they can get off on that shit.
I hadn't even considered what, like, a Red Bar would think of this move or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me either. Clay says, I love Kevin, but he will never find peace. He turned on his audience the other night. It was sad to watch. Yeah, I guess I just don't... I don't watch. It's just...
He turned on his audience?
Not interesting to me. Well, I don't know.
That's too bad.
We received Chad's blood test results, says Chad Zumach's probation officer. He tested positive for being an awful comedian. God, you guys are mean. Just fun. And it's out of nowhere, too. Like, we're talking about the guy with the Viking sword, and, like, this is how our show goes. We do a story, and then we go check in on the audience real quick. Like, hey, while we were gone making jokes and talking about that story, what were you guys up to? And a lot of them are writing in about the stuff we're talking about. But some of them are just going, oh, by the way, I've got a really good Chad joke for you. And it's like, all right, go ahead. Like you said, I don't want to stop you from having your fun.
I get it.
Von Kaiser says, compound exclusivity boner. Look. I love everyone over there. I think they're great. I would never give up our exclusivity. I wouldn't. And this is growing way too fast, way too well. I can't do that.
And hold on, that wasn't even offered to us.
Right. And they don't they don't want that either.
Right.
Like,
this was just very much like hey, let's see how they do on our network so they can maybe do a thing now and then.
Eric is smart. Here's what Eric's saying. He's saying, I want shows that are independent of Compound where there's not a lot of crossover yet, and we can share audience and we can both grow. Like, if no offense, but like the reason Eric probably, and I haven't talked to him about this, but the reason he probably has rejected Kevin for 4 days a week or 1 day a week is because a lot of people only know of Kevin from Compound Media. So Eric kind of probably feels, and Anthony probably feels like, look, everything we've gotten out of you, we've already gotten.
Right. They've squeezed all the juice from it.
We're not going to get anything new.
Plus, whenever he'd get on the show as of late, he's just sitting there shitting on it.
Right.
He's taking the paycheck no matter how big or small he considers it to be. And he'll shit on it.
Andrea with $10. Thank you very much, Andrea. That's very nice of you.
Thank you.
Johnny Chimpo says Perry Caravello will be on with Bob Levy Friday, I believe. When is Perry coming on Steel Toe? I think if we let April book it, he'll be on tomorrow.
Really?
But if I keep trying to book it, he'll probably put us off for a while. He likes you.
I've been wondering about Perry for a long time, and you haven't said anything.
I'd love to have Perry on.
Well, shit, I will talk to him tomorrow.
I love Perry Caravello.
Look, on this sheet, I still have follow-up with Cornette. I have
Hogan.
Confirming Stein tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to have Alex Stein on tomorrow. We haven't heard from Alex. He's very busy with that Blaze show. I get
Louis
it.
J. Gomez. Interview Kyle from Unique Entertainment.
Yeah, I want him to call us about that Brendan Schaub thing. It would be really interesting to find out more about that. Should we go into the... Christopher says, Compound gave Talib Starks a show, but they're only going to give Steel Toe a special. We'll see how it goes from there, buddy. Hopefully we can earn ourselves a little bit more than that. He's got a good point, though. The man's got a good point.
What is a Talib Starks?
He was a guy that was brought in under the previous administration.
Oh.
And I think it was to give a black guy a show on Compound.
I was kind of wondering about that just based off the name. I'm like, I don't see that happening.
It wasn't a show that I was really into, but it must have had some fans. I don't fucking know. Wasn't my cup of tea.
For obvious reasons.
No, it had nothing to do with that part. Jesus. All right, let's... if I don't know a black dude's name, I just call him Talib, says Clay. Christ.
What?
All right, let's... should we do this Dylan Mulvaney thing?
I don't know.
I want to do the Dylan Mulvaney thing. And then I want to show, like, after we're done with the Dylan Mulvaney thing, I want to show you how Matt Walsh fucks it up. Because I really hate these conservative commentators. They act like everything is like life or death, a struggle for the soul of the nation. But all they do is end up screaming at each other. And everyone just kind of stays where they were. Whereas I feel like if you make fun of shit and you're funny and you shit on things, I think you change more people's minds that way.
Yes.
Plus, you don't have to get all serious. You don't have to give yourself a fucking ulcer. You get to laugh too. And then other people go, oh, you know what? When I listen to these guys talk about this topic or that topic, they're not sitting there preaching at me or shitting on me or saying I'm a Nazi or I'm a communist. They're just fucking around and telling jokes. I'd rather do that. Like, I feel like more people, with the way the world is now, I feel like more people would either disagree with someone and laugh than agree with someone and get mad.
I agree. I don't like being mad.
Scarface and Clay say the same thing. The clown pill is the only way. I agree with that. Whoever coined the term clown pill,
it's a good one.
That's a brilliant way to put it. So, with that, I give you Dylan Mulvaney. Now, if you don't know Dylan Mulvaney, guy, transitioned woman, and does this weird, like, gender grift where they, like, you kind of get the idea that they tell themselves in their head a lot, like, I'm not a real woman. So then they go out on TikTok and shit and overcompensate.
Okay.
Kind of like Chelsea Handler did with the childless thing. It's like you just go out of your way to be like, I'm such a woman, I carry tampons. It's like, nobody cared enough about you to question your femininity. This is all coming from a place of insecurity as a man transitioning to woman.
You know what'll give you away as not being a real woman, though, is carrying tampons in case another woman needs it, which is what Dylan Mulvaney says that they do. No woman ever, and I promise ever, carries tampons on her in case another woman needs them.
Okay.
Unless it's your daughter.
And if you're a woman who needs a tampon, You're not going up to this person and asking them.
I'm not asking anybody typically. I'll just go get my own.
Yeah, like who's going up to a stranger?
I don't do that.
Can you give me a temp? Ugh.
No, I don't need any of your supersized weird shit. You know what I mean?
Go ask a fat lady. She gives you a plunger. Like,
I've got a wide set vagina.
So this is Dylan Mulvaney, and you'll have to forgive Dylan in this one, guys, because she's feeling very pretty, April. And
she looks good.
Well, that's kind of where this whole thing comes from. You see, April, I know that you're looking at Dylan Mulvaney right now and you're feeling threatened. You know, you got this on your finger
How
here.
dare you call me out like that?
I've got this on my finger that's showing that I'm hers, and April's
Taken.
like, yeah, and April's probably looking at Dylan Mulvaney right now going, I bet you my husband thinks she's a snack. Well, she ain't getting my man, right?
She ain't no entree like me.
Yeah, well, let's see what Dylan Mulvaney has to say. Dylan Mulvaney's a good woman. She's a good girlfriend, April. She just wants you to feel better, and she wants you to feel comfortable.
Well, I'm not feeling it yet.
Being a girl, and I wanted to go on record to say that this might be the hottest I've ever looked and will ever look in my lifetime.
So double mastectomy cancer patient is the best look you can pull off? All right. Let's see.
Help me out here.
Trans villain in a Tim Burton movie? That's the best we're going to do?
Dollar Tree Natalie Portman.
I was going to say penis
That's
tree
the
Natalie
absolute
Portman.
best I can do.
Revenge of the Dick.
And I'm making this video so that in thousands of years, there will be evidence.
What?
Is it the dress?
Hey, Dylan, because of all the shit that you're doing and other people are doing, we ain't going to be around in 1,000 years. You see, this video you're making is a great sign that we got maybe a century left.
Yeah, I don't know how much you know about trans people, but they don't reproduce.
Yeah.
So if more and more people feel that they are the likes of yourself, which is fine, I guess, this isn't going to last.
Hey, Dylan, you know who else thought their thing was going to last 1,000 years? Hitler. It lasted about 12.
Uh-oh.
And that's with the most generous estimation.
Yes. It could be the dress. Is it the makeup?
You know what? I think it could be something else.
What's that?
The cock.
Oh, but the black skirt covers that up nicely.
Or is it the hair? Because I think it's the extensions. And when I have extensions in, I don't know my name.
That seems like a mentally stable person.
Why do they all have these eyes?
I don't know.
I'm trying not. I took my Noticinol today, so I'm trying not to notice things. Why do they all have these eyes that are like staring through you? That are like, I'm not crazy. I'm fine. This is what makes me happy.
And that always comforts me and soothes my soul that you are of stable mind and thinking clearly.
Well, April, she's feeling hot. She's got the extensions. She's got the dick. She's got the dress.
Doesn't know her name though.
But she's still. She may not know who she is, but she knows she wants to make you feel better. Get ready.
Okay.
When I have extensions in, I don't know my name. I don't know where I live. I just know that I love these.
Great. So you have a crazy mentally ill person walking the streets, stroking their extensions, telling cops, I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
I've never had extensions, I guess, but is this what everyone goes through?
Just the retarded ones.
Oh.
I just know that I love these. And I know that I look like I could steal a husband, but I want to promise you, look me in the eyes. I want to promise you that I would never do that to you.
I don't know what to say.
You see, April, it's not just that she's guaranteeing women she'd never take their man. It's the audacity that she just accepts that is a foregone conclusion in your head. Look, I know your man would like to either fuck me in the butt or take me in the whatever
she's got to snatch him, sure.
Weird, odd thing they created in Frankenstein's lab for me. I know it's a foregone conclusion that you've married such a piece of shit that he'd do that with someone like me, but I'm here to tell you that I'm a good sister. Ugh.
I honestly don't know what to say.
Okay, I am a girl's girl, and I love ya. Woo! But seriously, this is good, right? Okay. Love you, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you someone of complete sound mind and body who is in no way mentally ill or crazy. Dylan Mulvaney, ladies and gentlemen.
Where did you find this? This person?
You see, I hit my head earlier today.
Yeah.
And I went into the seventh circle of hell.
Okay.
And I talked to Damien himself, and he handed me this tape, and he said, show it to the people of Earth, because even I'm starting to get fed up with all the sinfulness in that realm. And so here I am.
I have never quite seen somebody like this before.
This is the face someone makes before they cut someone's leg off in a bathtub.
Typically, and then they sit there fondling and like crying over the corpse.
They hug the leg and go, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean this. I just loved him too hard.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anything like her.
I know. It can identify as a man. It can identify as a woman. I identify it as a fucking problem.
Problem's a good one.
It's a good one. Oh my. Hey, gals, don't worry. Not going to steal your man.
But check it out, though. Like I said earlier, if Dylan Mulvaney can steal a man from another woman, I say they deserve each other because...
Hypodermic says, chubby check Aaron ASAP. Nope, nothing. I'm good.
Did you just grab yourself?
I'm tiny in the old dick region right now. I got shrinkage from Dylan Mulvaney. Copy that.
Oh, it's hiding like a turtle.
It's all turtling now because it's afraid of what it's scared of what I've done to it.
Oh, no.
And it wants me to know that it's not okay with all this shit.
I think you should shield him next time from this profanity.
I like people like Bumanis. They can give us perspective. He says, I suffer from bipolar, and he, whatever, is scaring the shit out of me.
Exactly. That's not normal behavior. We're not even saying like they're a bad person or anything like that. It's just that's not normal. Okay? That's not healthy.
Johnny 1.0 says, I'm sporting an innie.
Oh.
Adam Price says, he ain't no Vince Neil circa 1985. There you go.
Wow.
Well, you want to see... So that's how we handled it, right?
Sure.
Laughed our asses off.
We're having fun with it, you know.
So I want to show you how these conservative commentators... And look, I've said it on the show before, I'm no Matt Walsh fan. I think he's disingenuous. He's kind of like... You know how liberals will obscure things to like make their points sound better and they'll tell like half-truths? Mm-hmm. Matt Walsh is, and I think you would use this term, a wiener guy.
He's a wiener guy.
I feel like Matt Walsh is a bit of a wiener guy. And he's also one of these guys who gets a little too serious and obsessed with the trans issue. And it makes me wonder that there might be something in the past
in the
that
closet.
Maybe, yeah, I'm not saying there is. It's just like that kind of behavior gives me weird vibes.
You're curious.
Yeah.
All right.
So you see how we handled it. Now I want to show you the problem with conservatives, and this is why I can't be one. They take this shit so seriously, which guarantees that half the country is going to go, you fucking Nazi square, and they're going to shut you off and not hear a thing you said. So the people that Matt Walsh ends up talking to are the people who already feel that way no matter what. Whereas if you play this and you joke about it, you might grab a few more people who are like, oh, thank God they're not preaching.
That's where... I think you should draw a line between your professional and personal lives, too. Like, no matter how you feel personally, you can still do a good show and maybe grow a bigger business for yourself.
Well, here we go. Here's Matt Walsh's take on the video we just watched.
The gentlest person in the world, especially when dealing with people like this. The truth, though, is that I am a gentle soul at heart, I think. And also, I do feel pity, or I can feel pity for some of these people. And so I wouldn't usually say what I'm about to say, at least not as directly as I'm going to say it, but...
Like, doesn't this just sound more boring, just the tone he's setting?
It sounds like NPR, kind of.
Look at that face. That is a crazy person.
Yep.
And you're sitting here going, look, I'm going to speak to you now with the pity that I feel in my Christian heart. You know, honestly, you know who Matt Walsh kind of reminds me of? A conservative Keith Olbermann.
I was going to tell you that most conservatives are religious, and... That's where they can't separate like professionalism from their personalities, because like if they're a Christian, they're not supposed to like that. Okay. It's coming out pretty hard.
I talked to Jesus and he said he wants you to laugh.
Okay.
That's what he said. Especially at gay people. His words, not mine.
So he's going to do the judging. We can just laugh.
Christ said, I'll judge, you just laugh at, he says homos. I think that's insensitive, but
a little bit.
Those were the word, the word.
You know what?
The word
He's
of
God.
The word of Christ.
Yeah.
Our Father.
Dylan Mulvaney is intentionally degrading women every time he does this woman face minstrel show routine. He is insulting and demeaning them and doing it on purpose.
And it's kind of gross because I have a hard time believing Matt Walsh really gives a fuck about women that much. So now it kind of feels like he's grifting off of women and like, oh, it's not just that I find trans people disgusting and they're fucking gross, which is his opinion.
Yes.
But he won't express that because that might be a little too spicy of a take. So he's like, well, it's just the deep care I have. I bet you by the end of this, he mentions that he's like a father or a husband or something like that. And he's going to say, I'm doing this for the she-folk. I'm doing this for the women.
Well, any grifter like that has to put it out there so that the masses are on his side.
Yeah, whereas you can just bust this thing's balls or whatever it is.
And profiting off of it, and he doesn't care. And since I have 2 daughters and a wife,
there you go. Dance, you fucking Koch brother monkey.
You couldn't have called that any sooner.
Oh my God. Well, the conservatives, the liberals, it's like watching pro wrestling. You know what they're going to do. Like they're holding a chair and you're like, oh, they're going to drop kick it in their face. Oh, there you go.
I will say I understand his line of thinking, though. I just think that it's not a very professional way to put things out there.
Just just make fun of shit. You're going to change a lot more minds with comedy than you are with my serious commentary. Like you're the Republican Keith Olbermann and I have a daughter, mister.
That's true.
I don't think Dylan Mulvaney gives a fuck, nor do other trans people will, cross-dressers will tuck their cocks and dance in front of your children and shake their fake titties. They don't give a fuck that you're a dad and a parent. So your little commentary is not going to sway anybody. But if you're funny, people might listen to you.
No, and there's plenty of people out there that feel the same way he does. It's just that way of talking is unbearable to listen to.
They're also already watching him.
Right, he's not gaining anything.
Yeah.
I take this kind of thing personally, which is why I have to.
You want to make a societal change. People all say we're fighting a culture war. Fuck a culture war. We already lost. But if you think you're fighting a culture war, you have to recruit new people to your side in the war. You have to recruit reinforcements. You can't just preach to the same soldiers all the time.
Can you imagine if we somehow did time travel and we brought people from the 20s, let's say straight white men from the 20s into right now.
And then just watch the country turn into a Nazi regime.
No, I was going to say watch their heads explode.
Say to Dylan, if that is the most attractive you will ever look, then I don't even want to imagine what you'll look like when you're at your ugliest. You do not pass as an attractive woman or as a woman at all.
Well, there goes your blowjob, Matt Walsh. Congratulations. You just talked yourself out of sex.
Yeah, I feel like you're being a little dishonest, though.
You think Matt Walsh would fuck her on a rough day?
I'm just saying there's plenty of trans people out there that could pass when you're drunk in a bar.
I don't know. Matt Walsh doesn't seem like the guy who kicks back and gets drunk at a bar very often.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I could see it.
Even with 50 pounds of makeup and plastic surgery and clever lighting tricks, even then you still cannot escape what you really are and what you will always be.
See, here's what bothers me about his fucking holier than thou fucking born again bullshit that he's doing. It's like, dude, nobody thinks you're a badass doing a crazy takedown. Like, this is a nut bar. You don't need to, you're not Edward R. Murrow taking down the big corporations, man. This is an easy mark.
Mm-hmm.
You going,
they'll do it themselves.
You're not very pretty. Oh, shit. Matt Walsh said she's not very pretty. Look out. You've got a lot of makeup on, and I don't think you look very good.
Dude, a lot of normal women wear a lot of makeup. I feel like that's just not the points to be making.
Yeah. But that's conservative red meat shit. That's why Republicans are fucking boring.
You have successfully shed whatever parts of you were masculine, perhaps, at least on the surface. Nobody would ever describe you as masculine or manly, so you've got that going. But your femininity quotient has not increased at a rate commensurate with the loss of your masculinity.
You want to fucking fight at WrestleMania, Matt? What point are you trying to prove here?
I don't know. I think some people just like to be, they try to be edgy because they think that's going to get them everywhere. It's going to get them put out everywhere.
How this guy fools people, I have no idea.
You may not be masculine, but you also aren't feminine. Instead, you are weird and artificial. You are manufactured and lifeless. You are unearthly and eerie.
Whoa, you mean trans people are different and weird? Holy shit, fucking based.
I do think most of our chat's going to agree with him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I just hate that he says it like he's some kind of I'm a truth teller and a this and a that. It's like, Matt, this is my point about preaching to the converted. Everybody who watches you already thinks that. Let's have some fun.
Yep.
Where's the fun? Where's the spice? Where's the zip? Now you're just acting like you're some kind of modern day philosopher, and you're so not.
You are like some kind of human deep fake. That's what you are. You are a man deprived of all the best qualities of men, but without any of the best qualities of women.
You know what it is? This is a mentally ill person, and he's just kind of kicking him in the teeth. And you're like, Matt, we know. We got it, Matt.
Right. Dylan speaks for themselves.
Right.
Even your personality is contrived. Everything about you is fake. Nothing about you rings true. Nobody buys the act. You'll never be accepted as a woman by anyone. Never by anyone. Even the people who pretend to accept you as a woman are only pretending because they're afraid of being lectured if they don't.
Bro, why are you... I have to ask him this. Why are you so mad about it? Like, he's upset. This is personal for him. Again, this is what makes me think there's something in the closet. This is like that gay preacher who's like, and they should burn in eternal damnation. Hold on, let me step off stage for a second. And the gays will rest in eternal hellfire.
How was it?
A little too good at that sound.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
I don't like that sitting here as your wife listening to you make
I
that
should
sound.
practice that before the show so I know not to do it next time.
Or because they want...
I just listen to you and I copy the sounds I hear.
I'm not nearly that noisy. I'm a
to
classy
use
broad.
you as a platform to virtue signal. But everyone who looks at you will see something pitiable and bizarre, something utterly unfeminine.
Doesn't it just feel like somebody punching a retarded kid in the face?
I agree with you to a point. I think maybe you're having a moment as a broadcaster where I think most people are going to be on his side and they're not going to see a problem with how he's putting this out there.
Even if you're on his side, isn't this boring?
It is boring. It is boring, but people do like to jack themselves off about it. It's like being miserable about something together. They're going to enjoy that to a degree.
I guess. Yeah, people are pointing out, Aaron, you called it 2 daughters and a wife. Yep, I knew that was coming out right away. Let's see what the chat thinks. Bossman Eric says, "Oh, I just saw a video of this guy for the first time. He was talking about libs of TikTok." Yeah, every time I've seen him, he's just overly serious and he thinks he's schooling people. What he does is he just picks the low-hanging fruit and then goes, "Well, I'm going to take them down and I'm a truth teller." It's like, yeah, but you're not funny. And
I think it largely it's either what you said it is and there's something in the closet that he's hiding, or it has something to do with an upbringing. I can see a lot of people coming from a small town like I did behaving that way.
Adam Price says, "I agree with the sentiment, hate the delivery." Right. Yeah. My dog Bark says, "Let's just laugh and move on." Right. Clay Combs says, "It's a mentally ill person talking about a more mentally ill person." Yes, I 100% agree with that. Johnny 1.0, Matt loves punching down like any good Christian. Right. Uncle Jack says, "This douche is reading his take on this monster off his laptop." Yeah, that's the other thing. It seems so contrived. Like he sat down at a desk and went,
He wrote it.
I'm going to write my big takedown. You know who else did that?
Who?
Keith Olbermann. Telling you, Matt Walsh is the conservative Keith Olbermann. I hope that takes off. Golden Shower Guy says, he's got a picture of Kevin Dumbfuck. Golden Shower Guy says, you fool people all the time, Aaron, when you pretend to have sex with my wife.
Wait, what are you doing?
Golden Shower Guy. That has to be a reference to something, and I'm not getting it.
Are you
I'm
having
sorry.
sex with somebody's wife?
That was probably, I was probably fucking up there. No, I think you said something about golden showers.
I didn't, though.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, if it's Kevin, that guy pissed on someone at DabbleCon.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Shit. I thought he had a good joke, and I fucked it up.
I don't know.
Sad Zumok says, "My stepdad finger." Yeah, Adam Price with the puke emojis and says scripted rants. Yeah, scripted rants are just, I don't know. It's just so contrived. That's all. I want to make a phone call quick before we got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
In tonight's show. I do want to make a quick phone call. I'd like a phone call. Let's see if we can.
I don't even know who this is.
Let's see if we can get an answer.
Who are we calling?
I don't want to say in case they don't answer.
Dude!
What's going on, Gino?
Oh, all good things in Gino land. Congratulations on the big announcement, buddy.
Hey, no problem. I had been talking to E-Rock for a while, and he's like, look, this Gino fuck with his Thursday football show, he's trying to command a lot more money, and we figure we'd bring you in to kind of Jew him down.
Yeah, they tried to. What's the line from Family Guy? So I upped them down a little bit. Yeah, I think they were also like, look, we can't drink 8 hours straight with the boss. Let's bring somebody else in. So it was well played on your end.
Yeah, well, really what it is I think I might be saving your life.
So trust me, you are. Yeah. I cannot wait.
I think so.
I cannot wait to actually take an actual 3 hours off from drinking. What a week.
Good.
So far, it's a one-time special. We'll see if we do anything more after that. But they are offering me $101 a week, and I think that's a good price.
I think we spent that much on liquor last Thursday, so I think it's a win-win with one of the wins going to my liver. But yeah, and I think the real winner here is anyone that enjoys watching Kevin Brennan lose his fucking mind on Twitter.
I think so.
That will be good.
I think we can finally see if an eyeball, like blood vessels, will actually burst in his eyes.
Like I'm telling you, he's on Twitter as we speak. And I know because I set up a third account that he doesn't know about yet, just so I can read it, just screaming about everything. Oh, how could they bring on Steel Toe and not Bob Levy? And as you said about 20 minutes ago, April, because you bring in people. You bring in new fans, new subs. Well, here's 9 people that still watched, that still like Brennan and Compound Media, that somehow are tone deaf to a fucking 65-year-old closeted homosexual. Didn't mean to bring up your uncle, Aaron.
Yeah.
Just losing his marbles. It's insane.
Yeah, I just figure the combination of being associated with the guy who's been my kind of my broadcasting influence, and then the combination of that and making incredibly unhappy people really bitchy and whiny, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, which was actually what you put on your dating app when you met April. No-brainer. So that's great. It's all coming together.
Hey, Gino, before we let you go, where will you be Saturday, August 12th?
Me and the lovely Canoe will be somewhere around St. Cloud, Minnesota, partying with my coworker, the Steel Toe podcast, I believe.
It's going to be the Steel Toe 9th anniversary party, Saturday, August 12th at Stoney's. We're going to get tickets up pretty soon because we got the lineup all set. Yeah, you and Canoe will be there. We'll get in. We'll have a few fun days.
Get drunk.
And then we'll do the Steel Toe cornhole tournament, get really drunk, and then try to find our way to the... Basically, here's how our... anniversary party works every year. It starts at 2 p.m. We do a big cash prize cornhole beanbags tournament. We drink a shitload, and then all the comics try to find the stage around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we stumble through what can be called 2 hours of stand-up comedy.
See, now that's odd because I didn't know it was a tournament. When he said, I thought that was how I was getting paid when you said you'd let me do this. You see it coming. I thought that's how I was getting paid when you said you'd beanbag my cornhole. Come on. Can I just have that, please?
You know, I hate gay people.
Oh, boy. That was...
Oh, no.
Let me explain comedy to you. Beanbag my cornhole is funny. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. It's funny. You've got to believe me, you two.
A lot of you gays are not acting like queers right now.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's pretty funny too. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty good stuff too.
All right. Well, what's gonna happen tomorrow on In Hot Water? Besides obviously plugging the 7 o'clock Eastern Time debut of the Steel Toe show on Compound.
We are going to thank them for the football season show that we got to do, and we will pass the baton to you guys. And I don't know if you saw today. It might be hard to tell today because apparently I say watch this all the time, and they put a dog shock collar on me and shocked me every time I said watch this.
Yes,
so,
yes, I did see that.
That's great.
That's a good time. And Kiana was there, and she's like, "No," I'm like, "I can do this." It was good stuff. Really. Again, highbrow stuff that you people that don't enjoy a good beanbagging of your cornhole will never get. You won't get this stuff.
Canoe was like Duke in Rocky IV. Just throw the damn towel.
She was like Ricky Schroeder in the chant, tell him to wake up. It was a good time.
How many times did you get electrocuted?
Before I took it off, when there was a mark, I'm going to say at least 9 or 10. 9 or 10.
Well, there you go. Those of you who said you're getting compound for steel toe, go back and watch In Hot Water. And if you end up hating Gino in that episode, it'll be a great one to watch because he gets electrocuted near to death.
It's worth a watch.
Yes.
There you go.
But I mean, in all honesty, and you hear my voice, welcome aboard. Let's see where it goes. So you guys are great. I love how everything works out with all of us. It's great.
Well, we will see. I'm going to get a counter offer from Misery Loves Company and the Shuli Network, and we'll see how it goes.
It's going to be called Gino's a Faggot.
Oh, no.
Thank you, YouTube. We will talk to you later, buddy. Thank you very much.
I love you guys. Wait.
Bye.
Oh, no.
He said agate, like the rocks.
Yes.
It's
like
hard to tell with his bad connection.
He was talking about agates because
Yeah.
we gather them at Lake Superior in Minnesota.
He is.
It's part of his plans.
He's a rock guy. And by that, I mean a fucking rockhead. All right, guys.
Rock muncher.
We got about 5 minutes left. If you missed the announcement has been that tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we will be having the first ever Steel Toe Show on Compound Media. I don't care how you felt about Compound Media in the past. I don't care about how you feel about anybody on Compound Media. Check it out. Compoundmedia.com. Steel Toe is going to be there at least one time for a special. I hope it goes even better. Or I hope it goes even longer than that. But you can do a 3-day free trial on compoundmedia.com. You can also do a day pass for $2.95 or just go $8 a month and you can watch Gino, Chrissy, Anthony Cumia. I almost said Don Draper. Don Jameson.
Not Don Draper.
Yeah, not Don Draper.
Garrett.
And many others. Garrett.
All
and,
sorts of people.
Many other people. Whitney says, great show. You had me at blasting muskrats in the shit pile.
Good. I'm glad somebody found entertainment from that.
It's good that you found that we found a fan in blasting muskrats in the shit pile. Also, Louisiana passed that bill that required an ID to look at porn online. We talked about that a few months ago.
Okay.
Apparently, it's working really, really well at stopping minors from watching pornography.
Well, that's good, I guess.
And 7 other states have now followed suit and passed similar laws of their own. So this is becoming a thing. Is banning
I don't know
kids
how I
from
feel
watching
about
porn.
it. I think it's good to keep kids off of there, but I think as an adult to have to put in your ID is a little uncomfortable.
I know it just kind of feels like there's a catch there where
Yeah.
there's some kind of company that's profiting
There definitely is.
off all the information being sent in. Like it sounds like they're just doing it for the kids, but really no matter what, no matter how good something seems, there's definitely going to be somebody's making money off this shit. The government isn't just doing this out of the goodness of their heart. Somebody's making a buck.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever out there to be nice.
Robert Darth Mode says, are you going to do a spot on tax tomorrow promoting Steel Toe on Compound? No, but I know Anthony always promotes the shows that are going to be on later that night. So I'm sure there will be a mention there. Boss man Eric says 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, the time zones anyone cares about. I'm going to be Mr. Central Time.
I didn't know that Central Time was so hated on.
I'm going to be Mr. Central Time. I'm bringing it back. I'm just going to
sit here in your shadow.
I don't want to be the next Eastern Time. I want to be the first Central Time.
God, if I had to move anywhere, it wouldn't be out east, I don't think.
Oh, just shit on the people out east, why don't you?
I think they have it covered.
Yeah, see, I agree with Rebel Coolidge. Back in the day, this is before my time, but if a kid wanted to watch some porn, they had to invest in it. They had to go sneak a Playboy or they had to put some skin in the game. You couldn't just turn on something with an internet connection and just start whacking off to the most degenerate shit you could possibly find. You had to go steal a Playboy, look at some bush.
And watch dirty movies.
Yeah, whack off to what you thought it smelled like. Right? Isn't that... No?
I don't think you're supposed to think about the smell.
SF says Bob Levy seems mad about your compound. There's no way Bob is mad about us.
That's not the first person I saw say that.
There is no way Bob is upset about us getting one special on compound.
Why
Bob's a
would
good
he
guy.
be upset about that?
He's a very busy man. Win by 2 Radio says, how long is the show tomorrow? About an hour and a half. And they'll if there are more, if we get more specials after that, they'll probably all be between an hour and a half.
I'm going to need you to do some research after the show. I want to know what's going on.
Do you really?
I am curious.
You like staying out of that shit, and I kind of do too, to an extent.
I don't want to be involved in it, but I do care about Bob, and I have a hard time believing he'd be upset about
Rick
that.
M says he's actually pissed about it. Well, goddamn.
Why?
Man. I just answered the phone and said yes. That's my whole doing.
Why the hell would Bob Levy be upset about that?
I would.
He's got a spot next to Anthony at a desk every week.
Yeah, I would think that he would be.
And we've
that he
got
wouldn't have a problem
one
with
special.
I'll believe it when I see it. Stevie Lou with $4.99. Oh, they said he's not mad at you. It was on Miserable Men. All right. Well, look, as long as I'm not, I'll let the businessmen handle
That's not the point, though. Like, you can't be upset that we got one special on compound and not be upset at us. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Bob stopped smoking. He's pissed. Stevie Lou with $5 says, glad to take on 2 new security clients. Congrats, you 2 crazy kids. Rise Darth Jello with $20 says, congrats on the special and on 9,000. Found you through the Chrissy swatting. Checked out the show because I'm a former Litchfield kid. Subscribed because we both have a good little time here. Congratulations, you 2. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll check out the Miserable Men show and we'll see if we can salve any wounds. How's that sound?
I guess so.
You guys are already about $100 into tomorrow's goal, so or $50 into tomorrow's goal. So thank you very much for that. Bob tweeted something about not liking the weather in Switzerland.
What is going on? Can't everyone just be fucking happy for once?
We're all going to be happy for everybody. I'm going to.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well. Look, I know there's some people that you kind of revel in their like downfalls and shit, but I just kind of tend to want to be happy
from time to time.
Yeah,
I want happy people to be happy. That's what I want. All right, guys, we're gonna get the hell out of here. Thank you very much for sharing this news with us and having a good time with us. We really appreciate it. We will talk to all of you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Time. I'm sorry, 7 a.m. Eastern. And
whatever works for you.
4 a.m. Pacific. The only times people care about. Son of a bitch. All right. April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Talk to you again